we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
シンダーシャドウ1億、ワーズ・オフ・パラダイス2億、ニクス&ゲーマー3億人、ライアン・ロジャー・アセイ4億、アチュレイエース5億、ワラダーク6億、ウィル・オブ・ザ・ファンズ7億、ポリッシュド・プロダクションズ8億、スマッシュ JT9 億、ヒップノーティック10億。
何？
要はまさに大 YouTuber 時代。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
And he started crying like a little baby.
And I swear to fucking God, dude, I swear to fucking God, if I ever meet any one of you motherfuckers in public, fuck, like,
Say it, big man.
you're getting curb stomped. Like, I'll put you through a fucking table. Like, this is fucking garbage, dude.
You're fired.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
Have you or someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Has your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
I'm gonna wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I
host!
breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hole!
That's right! That's right!
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha!
I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain.
Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to officially the 2-year anniversary episode of Saturday Night Hypnosis, man. Live.
Oh, yeah.
We are live, man. Holy crap. Shout out to all you guys in the chat, man. Tonight's going to be an epic night. No pun intended, because we have Epic Mike in the chat. What's up, Epic Mike? How you doing?
Hey, I'm glad to be back here and hanging out for an entire show. And look at that. Just so happens to be also 200th show, or not 200th show, 2-year anniversary. I missed the 200th show. Yeah, I was supposed to be on that one and I missed it. But no, man, I'm glad to be here and hanging out with the bigot army, man. That's rad.
Dude, it's exciting.
You always think I ignore you. I thought we had beef for a little while. I was getting kind of concerned. Every time I saw you anywhere, you're like, oh, there's Epic Mike again.
I'm literally just trolling you the entire. I was like, wow, he's really taking this serious.
I was like, yo, the people are like, yo, is Hypnotic okay, bro? Are you guys fighting? I'm like, nah, I didn't do nothing to the guy. I say hi to him every time I see him. And they're like, no, I don't know, man. He might be mad at you, bro.
Sometimes I'm a little too good at the trolling. People really buy it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I love Epic Mike, man. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here right now, taking up the middle slot on the screen.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, shout out to Epic Mike, guys. Super excited. 2 years in a row, man. 2 years nonstop, every single Saturday, not a single Saturday miss. And it's a lot of fun doing this stream every single Saturday. Get together with the boys, shoot the shit, and have a good time. Just really quick, guys, in the chat, please do us a favor, like the stream, regardless of where you're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Twitter, like the post. Rumble, like the stream. Twitch and Kick, you don't have a like button, find one. But I appreciate you guys regardless, wherever you're watching. We love all of you out there. 2 years in a row, and we'll go for another 2 years. No matter how much they try to stop us, and trust me, they tried. They have tried. They will continue to try, and they won't stop trying. The bigger we get, so doesn't matter. But yeah, guys, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of shit that happened this week. A lot.
Real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I interrupt just for a moment?
Yeah,
now, somebody told me, messaged me, and said that you've been on a little bit of a streak recently. With some cat ears? Is that like a thing?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, the cat ears.
We're at 28 in a row. I've been desperately trying to get to 30.
28 in a row. So, like, gotcha. I just wondering. That sounds like a lot. Any chance I get to humiliate you makes me exceptionally happy. So, chat, if you could please make sure we get to 29 today. That'd be kind of rad. I have to see it in person.
Saturday night hypnosis, we don't do it.
Oh, you are not going to do it even
We
when
can
I'm
make
here?
an exception
No.
for
It's a
Epic
2-year
Mike. Come
anniversary,
on.
man.
No.
2 year anniversary. 2 year anniversary.
Come on. Come on,
Deny.
Hypno.
2
Find a way for
years.
Hypnotic
You
drift
can't even
off the
find it.
video.
You
I
can't even
am
put them on in front of your
exhausted.
boys.
No, go fuck yourselves. I'm exhausted. I've been driving all day. I fucking got here late, filmed 3 videos in 25 minutes. Like, I'm good.
I'm so tired I can't wear the cat ears. Gotcha.
No, it's not, I'm not quite enough not to do the show
I think
to
we
bring
need to- I think we
entertainment to the bigot army.
No
That's fair.
uwu for you.
Oh,
I think
Definitely
we
no
should shame them into it, though.
Sanguine says Hypno. I think the entire chat is with Mike on this one. Well, you know what?
Yeah, you're
Big
screwed.
army's allowed to be wrong sometimes too, man. It's okay. It's okay.
Meow to the chat,
yeah.
please.
A
Thank you.
bigot is never
Yeah.
wrong.
Come
I
on,
think
cat
we
emojis,
should- I
people.
think
Come
we
on.
should have Epic Mike put on the ears. I think
I
that's
don't have.
what it
I
should
didn't
be.
buy cat ears because I'm not a fool.
I'm
Okay?
straight. I don't
I
know.
knew better than that. I knew if I buy them, I gotta wear them. I know better.
I don't know.
I
I wouldn't call that being a fool. But
No, it is not at all. It's so base. I was so happy
see.
when you did that. I was so
Oh,
proud
there's
of
the
you.
cat ear. There's the cat emojis.
There's
and
the cat
ear. There we
emojis.
go.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Yeah,
fill it
yeah.
up. Just flood the chat with it. We gotta make
There
sure.
you
It's
go.
Oh,
Flood the
Josiah's
Off to
is
a
throwing
great
it too.
start.
Holy crap.
Josiah Rise is in the chat. Gee, I wonder why. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Listen, man, shout out to
Nothing
all
to
of
do
you.
with me.
Seriously, I appreciate all of you for the last 2 years. I really do, and I'm sure
That's so
the
awesome.
the fucking panel probably feels the same way. These guys could speak for themselves, but we are, I know I am super excited to do another 2 years for you guys and keep going and keep the grind. So thank you everybody, and just make sure to like the stream, guys. Let's do our intros, and we're starting with a different white guy today. Normally we start with Leon. This is weird. We're starting with Wyatt's Metal.
What's up? I came to interrupt the flow, but had to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the hardest working grifter on YouTube. Congratulations to Hypnotic. It's crazy to think about to like the first episode. I was thinking about that earlier and how we all started, where our channels are at and everything, to see the progress up to now. It is very cool to see. And let's keep the bigotry flowing for another 2 years and a lot more after that. And I'll
Hell
pass
yeah,
it
man.
on to the tranny next to me.
Leon.
Dude, I'm stoked to be here. 2 years. It's been one hell of a ride thus far. I haven't been on the full 2 years, but for the year and a half that I've been here, let me tell you, it's been great. That being said, there's something I'm looking forward to a little bit more, which is next week's episode, because by next week, Black Myth Wukong will be out. We'll all be loving it. And everyone that cries, oh, they hate everything, they're so negative, they only make reactionary videos, will have to cope and see about the fact that we're going to be positive about a sick-ass video game that's been getting ran through the dirt lately because of the political ideology attached to it. It's so amazing. So, yeah, let's give it up for 2 years for proving these journalists wrong with Black Myth Wukong. Let's go.
Really quick, just on that note, for everybody, because I know I have like different viewers on SNH, and I do Hypnocast sometimes. Really quick, this Wednesday, I think, is that the 21st? Let me just make sure. Yeah, Wednesday. This Wednesday on Hypnocast, I'll be giving away a copy of Black Myth Wukong. to celebrate the melting down of every trans person and whoever else on Twitter.
Not every trans person.
Not every, yeah, that's true. Not every trans person.
Just the ones who are alive.
Person.
I'll be giving away a copy of Black Myth Wukong on Wednesday's Hypnocast. So make sure you guys come check it out, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll be obviously doing it towards the end of the stream because grifter's got a grift, but still, like, no, I'll seriously, I'll be giving away one copy just as a little thank you to you guys. So I appreciate you, and I figure why not, man? Spread the gift of bigotry. I figured I would spread the gift of a game that's not inclusive, according to all the losers in the mainstream gaming industry.
A game with a fucking monkey, man, is not inclusive. Holy shit.
I know. So there's so many things that could be said.
Never thought I would say that before.
It should be a lot of fun. So if you want a chance to win, we're going to do it live. I'm going to use the same tool that Gooch used to select somebody in chat. It's going to be fun, and we'll have a good time. And with that being said, Gooch, take it away, man.
Thanks, man.
Wait. I'm sorry. PC version. Yeah, I see people in the chat. PC version. version. That's what I'm giving away. PC version, not console. Sorry, go ahead, Gooch. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was kind of reflecting on how this all came about today too, and man, I am honored, and it's been a privilege to be a part of this, and I want to be continuing doing this every Saturday with you guys. It's a blast doing it. And hell yeah, let's get this party started. Another 2 years and many, many more. And Ryan, you still look like a PDF. So anyway, on to
At least I didn't have one on my show, Gooch, but that's a topic for another section. Carry on.
Damn, Ryan with the clapback. Okay.
Comeback. What the fuck?
Holy
Who are
shit,
you?
Gooch.
He went British fist.
They dropped. They finally dropped.
Did you say they dropped?
Take this, you wanker.
Ryan,
your ass, you fucker.
Keep that up, and maybe you'll stop being on the bottom for once. Just keep This is good. I'm proud of him. He gets monetized and he grows balls. This is great. Epic Mike, man, what's up, dude? Take it away. Tell people about you, who you are, where to find you, what you're doing.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out how I got on the internet here.
Fair.
I felt bad enough. Yeah, I'm just a guy that talks and rants. Part of Geeks and Gamers. That's where I'm mostly known from. Shout out to Jeremy. He's total gay. But yeah, man, and I just scream a lot on the internet, talk about a lot of shit. I got a YouTube channel now too. Try to do daily live streams and shit, just talking about stuff or playing video games. But yeah, man, Man, I remember watching you when you first got started, bro, and I'm just proud to see you here, man. Killing it. Just absolutely slaying it, bro. Got people I never thought I would ever see shaking in their boots, bro, taking shots. And you're doing something right, bro, when bigger channels and bigger content creators and these people are out here taking shots at you. That's how you know you're winning, man. So I'm just proud of you, bro. It's awesome to see. You got a good community here, so. Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Is there really any channel or creator, though, bigger than your fucking afro? Let's be real.
No.
That's true. Yeah.
There never
you gotta
will
have
be.
you gotta have a gimmick. My gimmick is my hair. So
whoa.
Ryan's jealous.
Wait.
What the hell is mine?
That bird's not real, bro. Stop. I don't know why you keep pretending that bird's real.
No birds are
bro.
real.
I watched him. Yeah,
It's actually
the
bird is real, and Leon's not the real one.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's fair.
It's like
Leon is just the AI
That's
robot
forward.
it uses to communicate.
There's no
That's
way
like
that people
the
could
plot twist.
actually have some of the takes that he has and be real. So.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Leon's
Their bird
MK
takes.
Ultra, the bird
Just
is the
put it that
government
way.
agent.
Yeah, the bird's whispering evil things in his ear.
Yeah.
Last night on stream, I called Iron Man
shitty
mid.
opinions.
All Hondo.
Yeah.
All Hondo.
100%,
Iron
man.
Man mid said Ace Ventura wasn't any good, bro. He was. Yeah, I say
Oh,
stupid
right.
shit on the internet,
Drinking
too,
last
you know?
night. I was sober last night.
Yeah, sometimes I make things up too. I just say
Maybe
things
that was
just
the
to
problem.
say 'em.
Jesus Christ. Well, the fans, man, take it away, good
That's
sir.
YouTube. Howdy, and Griff Force represent. Hello, Bigot Army. It's good to be back on SNH after a few weeks away, preparing for and getting married. So there you go. Good to be back.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, no, it's great to be back now, watching the collapse of pop culture, Gamergate getting vindicated after 10 years, thanks to SJW infighting at Second Wind as the games they try to bury end up becoming smash hits and they melt down over it. And all the virtue signaling pansies have destroyed our entertainment, and our favorite IPs begin to realize that we're never going anywhere. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep calling them out and kicking their asses. It's nice to stream with yet another member of the legendary Geeks and Gamers D&D stream from a couple of years back, and congratulations, Hypno, and everybody here for 2 years of SNH. Let's fucking go.
Oh yeah, brother. I actually watched the today before I left. I watched the first the first SNH before I think it was like 2 or 3 of them before it became a panel show. And it was just wild. It's so fucking wild. Like it's literally all the same. I've been just doing the same shit for like 2 years.
I watched the first time that we were all on it. It was like me and Wyatt and Coach, I think. And we were, none of us knew each other, and we were all just sort of finding our feet. And it's really funny compared to now, where we're all just like, "You're a fucking pansy. I'm
we didn't know each other, so it was like, it's a little weird when you don't know anybody for the first time, but then you finally get on it. And it's like, it went really good. I honestly I can't imagine how much better it could have gone, like just overall. You know what I'm saying?
Keeps growing, doesn't it?
We're all united in our hatred of She-Hulk and Rings of Power.
Hell
yeah, baby. Oh my god,
sir. You want to see some virgins? Look at hold on, look at this shit. Let's watch it right now.
I'm
gonna pull it right now.
Oh, what now? Okay.
Not even done with the intros.
Look at these virgins.
Look at the shirt.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Literally just a living room behind
I
me.
still have that.
Oh, I was
IMDb.
on 5 or 6. I think I was on 6.
The IMDb grifter shirt. Look at this shit, bro.
Yes.
I just want to make it clear, this is
intentionally
not
'cause
the
I knew,
same
like-
T-shirt. This is not the same T-shirt that I was wearing.
I call cap on that.
It's just the same color. Right?
I call it Sorry Sus Will. Oh, and Coach was still in Germany too. I forgot about this.
Yeah, Coach was still a communist at this point in time. He wasn't an American.
Wyatt,
ever
when
put
did
on
you
a pair of
stop
cat
working
ears.
out? Because you look fucking fit in that. Now you're a fucking rail. Like,
Heroin, man. Not even
When I
one.
got
It's
AIDS.
called wearing a normal.
AIDS.
No,
Becoming a
not
new
that.
Kurt Cobain. He's halfway there now.
It's called IMDb withdrawal. I was gonna say, but oh well.
Right,
This is crazy, man. Just looking at this is like, wow, what a fucking
I
yeah.
wore that
Talk
shirt
about Rings of
intentionally
Power. Look at
because
this.
I knew.
Oh,
like,
God,
nobody
yeah.
knew who
I
was
remember
or
this shit.
anything, but it was a funny
Oh yeah, we
troll.
were using screenshots at the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, this is great.
What
Oh,
a great.
no, you
what a
guys
great
wanna
fucking,
see- Yeah.
background.
I
Wow.
still remember that very crappy like profile picture I had in the very beginning. Holy Jesus. That was actually like the concept for my avatar, but that one was like one of that original picture used to be concept art that they made in The Hobbit for Smaug, like one of his many concept arts. And I was like, oh, this is great. I didn't even know at the time.
I don't need to wash my clothes. I got a wife now.
You guys,
I'm
if
very
you're ever
jealous.
if you're ever bored one day, just go look at some of the older SNH streams, man. You'll realize that we've been doing this shit for a while. You know,
That's great to do with
2
like
years.
every content creator though, is watch their first stuff and see
Yeah.
how far they've come and everything.
You know, try to
It's
pretend
inspiring.
like we only started doing this because it became supposedly profitable to do it now or whatever, and at least
It's
that's what
never
they
been
say.
profitable
But
for me.
yeah, no, we've been talking about this for over 2 years now. So
I've gone
it's-
back and watched some of my old shit, and I'm such a fat fuck. Like, oh my god.
I was a fat fuck too back then, Leon. I understand. Oh
Yeah, but
man.
you're not on
Now.
fucking camera. Like, I look back at like, my first time on SNH, and I'm like,
Because I
holy
was
shit,
there when I made the fucking videos,
what
asshole.
a fucking virgin looking motherfucker.
Leon lost weight and it transformed into a bird. That's what it was. All right, Slayer, do
Still
your-
on
do your
intros. We're becoming
Yeah,
a
yeah.
FNT.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. Do your intro. Do your intro. Sorry, guys.
Oh, hey, it's Dragon Slayer from Dragon Slayer Commentaries, also known as the Tangent King. Thanks again, Gooch, for that. I can't believe I got a very perfect title. And guys, let's just have fun. It's been 2 years. Ironically, we're doing the 2-year anniversary 2 weeks before Rings of Power Season 2 releases, which is just, I would say, a call of destiny. Okay,
I
but
didn't know
hey,
that.
it's gonna be a
Beneath
wonderful
us
time.
now to talk about Rings of Power, though.
Oh no, y'all mentioned it first. It wasn't me. I'm just mentioning the
telling
coincidences
you,
here.
Dragon Slayer. I swear to God,
I
bro,
hate that show. Yes,
if
I know.
if you do not
I
use
will-
this opportunity to explode your YouTube, I don't know.
Oh, I'm using it.
I mean, the amount of
Well,
times
the
you
first
talk
video
about
is going
Rings
to
of
come out
Power,
a month after.
My friend, when Rings
I
of
know.
Power came out, I literally was putting out one video for each episode every single week.
Great. Now,
Yeah,
now,
now
if you do
he's,
that for
really upped his game.
everything the fuck else, maybe your channel would actually grow. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I'm
know.
just
I'll
saying,
be
you
doing
need to
it, but
you
I'll
need
be doing it.
to grind hard on that.
He's
Ryan,
streamlined it. Now he can put out a video every 5 days.
we're ending on the Klansman today. Ryan, take it away.
Baron, that's
Well, hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you all watching today. Always a pleasure to be on this show. 74 episodes in a row, and it's surprising how much I've lost hair. The hairline is collapsing, but it's still there for now. Hopefully, it'll be there this time next year, but probably not.
It won't.
And I'd also like to raise a toast from my water bottle, which used to be a cola bottle, to all those fine folks and fellow creators, except for one bastard, who were regulars on this show before. Shout out to you all, except for the bastard. So there you go.
Who are you referencing? I know who the bastard is, but who else are you? I don't understand. I guess Prime, whatever.
Shit,
Anyway,
I lost my earphone. I don't know what anyone's saying.
good.
There we go.
Still professional
holy
after
shit,
all
have
these
you worn
years.
those every episode?
What?
Have you
Mike.
always
Yeah,
had
I think you
those?
muted yourself. But
Mike,
yeah,
your microphone's muted.
Okay, well, it was good because I said some expletives there. Are we sure that Ryan isn't like 70 years old and he's just been lying to us all?
That's what we've been
He's
saying.
supposed to
Have
be
you
a year
played,
younger than me, apparently.
Have you
can
played
see-
Guess
you
His
can-
Age?
He's told me how old he is, but I forget because I don't believe him. Every time
Yeah,
I'm like,
we have
no.
the same problem on our streams.
Again, he looks like he's
Mike
been
over
through
here,
his
like,
fifth
never trust
divorce.
the white man.
He does. He looks like he's dealing with a lot because he's lived a lot. But it's actually some of the things like losing his headphones. And he's like, oh shit, or oh, like oh, I dropped my water bottle. Oh.
While you
He gets
guys
Vietnam
while you
flashbacks.
guys were doing your intros, my father actually came into my room to tell me he was going to do some
what is-
street racing. It's 1:30 in the fucking morning, and he's going to fucking go
Dude,
around
why are
in
you
his
on this show?
mini.
Your father sounds so much
dropping
fucking
about.
cooler.
Yeah,
So
let's
what
get
I
his
think
dad
is-
on. Yeah.
This is what I think happened.
Are you adopted?
No,
You know what it is that
No,
Ryan,
he's kidnapped.
No, Ryan is actually the dad, and he has like really bad
That's why he's
dementia,
one.
and he forgot who he was, and so he's like, his son's like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna go street racing." He's like,
Yeah.
"Cool, okay, Dad, whatever you say." And he's like, "Oh."
What is this? An
He's
anime
60
backstory?
He's 69 years old, and he is absolutely insane. I get scared when I'm in the car with him because he drives around like a bloody street racer, and now he's
Yeah,
gone.
but at least he can fucking
street
drive.
racing.
Where's your license, you fat fuck? Like,
I'm not.
So he's
I'm
So
not
you're so
driving.
poor you can't be in cars. So you're.
He sounds
unfamiliar with it.
disappointed in his dad, like a dad would be disappointed in a child.
I think you have something here, Epic Mike. I think
That's what
you're
I'm
on
saying. I
something.
think he doesn't know who he is anymore, but he's functioning really well.
The chat's
Like, he's-
agreeing with you.
Yeah.
He used to be Trevor Phillips, but now
next
He
life
actually
I
had
want
his,
to know is
he
Ryan
had a
versus
son
Joe
who
Biden.
turned trans and woke, and now he lost
Yeah.
split personality.
That's his
Now
neighbor.
he
that's
lives
trans,
below
yeah.
trannies.
He's
I
the
feel
bastard
like-
son of Elon Musk.
I feel like Ryan is like. I feel like Ryan is like Gollum in the cardboard box. He just lives there, and his
He needs
son
his ring
comes in
of
and throws
power.
a slap of meat on the floor and says, "Here you
Holding
go."
a Steven
There you
Seagal
go.
movie like my
Yeah,
breast.
hey, we need
I
to.
mean, he thinks he's
There's a
dad.
mirror next to him,
No.
and he's
He
going,
thinks
"We
he's
hate
dad
the
that's giving him meat.
SNH."
He's actually
Hey, Gooch, no. We need to ask the. We need to ask the actor. We need to ask the guy who plays Celebrimbor in Rings of Power to hand Ryan one of those cheap Rings of Power they were hanging out at San Diego Comic-Con. That way he
That's
can
twice,
be
guys.
Gollum.
2 Rings
I
of
know,
Power
I know.
references.
See? There we go.
No,
Those
perfect.
are cool.
And we're just getting started.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, everybody, man. We got Vicious with the 10 membership banger. Shout out to Vicious. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. We got Adair Soto gifting 1 membership as well. Thank you, Adair. I appreciate that. We got B Gross, a member for 1 month, says update. Now trying dating apps. It ain't easy at 40, bruh. Hey man,
bunch of wild bitches in there. That's all I'm
just
gonna
keep
say.
swiping, but watch for the Adam's apples.
Do what Will did. Go to a second world shithole and find yourself a rice muncher. You'll do very well.
You're the last person to give dating advice, Ryan.
Yes,
for real.
There
Whenever
you
Ryan
go.
says, do the opposite.
Yeah.
We got James Zopp with a 5 membership banger. Thank you, James Zopp. I appreciate that, brother. And then B Gross decided to give 1 membership on top of that. Thank you so much, dude. We got Lady Erin D with the 5. It says happy 2-year anniversary, bigots. Much love. Shout out to Lady Erin D. She's been a mod for a long time.
Yes, she
Shout
has.
out to Lady Erin
Good
D. I
lord.
appreciate you. We got Ali Kusanagi gifting 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate that. We got Christopher Lee with a $1 super chat saying essentially take the $1 and go fuck yourself. Thank you,
All
Christopher
right.
Lee. I appreciate you. We got Joshua Clark for $4.99. Says lots of love, Ryan. No offense to the furry comment. Just messing with you.
What?
He called you a furry?
I don't know, I feel like whatever Ryan is, furry is an improvement. So
You're actually
Furries have more hair.
you're onto something.
I will make sure through sheer fucking spite to outlive all you bastards so I can make you good,
Ryan,
remember.
Ryan, I'm literally a year
That's what
older than
old
you.
people-
You
that's
and I
what
will
old
probably
people
die at the
say.
same time.
Ryan,
Actually, no, I'll outlive you because I fucking work out.
You. I'm
Ryan,
gonna outlive
does your-
all of you bastards. Like that's what
He
80-year-old
has
men say.
Ryan
Yeah,
has digital
exactly.
de-aging on right now. If you exit the
Turned it off,
filter,
yeah.
he has the dots all over him.
Is
turns
this a
into
Benjamin Button
Saruman.
situation? Like, is he aging backwards?
Yeah.
Like he's gonna get progressively younger, so his hairline will just get stronger and stronger. The beard
Well,
will
that
get
hasn't
thicker and
There's
thicker.
this thing called hair transplants.
Because the
You can't
other
afford them.
Does your dad run in the room and hose you down when he sees you humping a doll in the room? Like, it's just like
What? Oh my god! Hey, Phantom Horse.
He
Really
tell you
quick,
to
we
put
got
the lotion
Phantom
on the
Horse for
skin?
2. Epic Mike is here. I mean, chirp.
That's
Oh.
wild, bro.
Monkey Man
like I said,
04.
I don't have a fire alarm to chirp. I ripped it out of the wall like months ago. And
So
I,
I've done that.
Oh,
yeah,
It can't bother you if you don't have
get some
one.
better
Exactly.
references.
I
Well,
have done that.
Monkey Man 04 for 5. Can't wait to finally see myself in a video game. You're in a list. Wukong is super inclusive. I feel like Monkey Man, you've been waiting all your life for this moment, haven't you? There's another Monkey
Yo,
Man.
commit some hate crimes.
we got
There's another one in this chat. I forgot what he's called. He's like Monkey Man, multiple numbers. I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah.
But
Oh
yeah,
my
you guys have
God.
been waiting all your life for this one.
We had a
no one
Monkey
played
Man.
Enslaved.
I
No,
thought
we
that
had a
shit
Monkey
was
Man
funny when it was
movie.
funny, yeah.
Now we have a Monkey Man game in the same year.
Great.
What about Super Monkey Ball though? That's a game for monkeys.
It's not the same. It's not. You're not
no
being
one
a
played
badass.
Enslaved.
Yeah,
No one
exactly.
played Enslaved
It's not
Journey to the
racist
West.
enough.
There you go.
Yeah.
James Top for 2. Blacksmith Wukong. Suddenly they know what a woman is. I know.
Wow,
It's amazing. It's like they get amnesia when you ask them, but then when it comes to lacking female diversity, suddenly they remember what it is.
That's it.
Last but not least, Lizard of Linux Lane over on Rumble for $1. Hypnotic, would you please say Babana? Why would you want me to say that? Let triple Babana? Let triple J
Babano?
It says Babana, but then he put a banana emoji, so I don't really know what's going on here. Let Triple J Jr. know that this is correct spelling. Babana. Thank you.
Babana. What the
strange?
What
Very
the
strange.
fuck is?
I got
Why
it.
am I-
7.
Thank you, reality-based fans, for your reference. I get it, but I won't tell anyone.
Oh, you mean the
where do
green
you see these
plantains?
Who knows? Regardless, shout out to all you guys
Okay.
who decided to donate. I greatly appreciate it. On Rumble, YouTube, regardless of where you're watching, I greatly appreciate you guys. All right, man. Let's get into the topics, dude. We got a lot to talk about. Too much going on in this space that they call the gaming space or the entertainment space. Really, it's not just gaming.
Space.
Man, so this is the review that made the internet meltdown. The review that was heard around the world, right? With Screen Rant, Black Myth Wukong. So just some context for those of you who maybe don't know, because again, I stream every single day. I upload videos every day, and there's still topics that people are like, I haven't heard anything about it. So I like to give the context just ahead of time, even though I know most people have heard it already. Black Myth Wukong is a game made from a Chinese developer called Game Science, and it is one of the two Chinese developers that are being targeted by people that are totally not diversity consultants, and they're essentially trying to be extorted for either money or their image is being ruined. In this case, with Black Myth Wukong, there was claims of sexism, misogyny, or whatever from one of the developers. Come to find out, the person from IGN who wrote the article, Rebecca Valentine, purposely mistranslated what was said by the developer, thus resulting in a false claim essentially made against them that every single mainstream journalist is parroting in every article that they ever write about this game. They constantly
Oddly enough, no, not all of them. IGN, who has perpetrated it in their review, doesn't mention it at all.
Probably they were told not to, most likely.
Have you read the IGN Black Myth Wukong review?
Not yet. I know they gave it an 8
I'm
out
not
of
even
10.
joking. It is a legitimately good piece of game journalism. I was fucking floored.
There he goes.
I'm glad to see it then. It's about
those
fucking
lawsuits
time.
will make you really do your job, won't they?
Then, of course,
yeah, money's involved.
There was the fact that with that story, it became about the backdrop of them potentially being exploited for millions of dollars to have Sweet Baby Inc. work with them or another DUI consultancy. And it's just obvious that the journalists were basically trying to run some kind of racket where they'd be like, if you don't have these consultants come in, it would be a shame if everyone called your game sexist and racist now, wouldn't it? Which is just terrorism.
Like everyone's going to buy it.
And they're really going to, I was going to say, they're really going to learn their lesson now in a few days, I'm sure. They're going to be like, wow, yeah, we really shouldn't have been called sexist. That's going to hurt our sales.
Please tell me you're going to put Kotaku's review on this. Leon showed
Wait,
us.
it wasn't even a review,
Have
though.
you seen Kotaku's review?
I know.
What?
Yeah,
Okay,
Kotaku's review is just a fucking parrot of someone else's review, isn't it?
Me
it's
and Gooch went over it last night. It is Kotaku's review is literally just a list of everyone else's reviews. Screen Rant.
Really?
There's like 8 different companies.
What the fuck?
Like, we've heard that this game is a buggy mess. Here's what all these other outlets say, and they just regurgitate. And they
Dude,
list all the other
no.
outlets.
Wait,
That's
time out.
wow.
Hold on. So isn't that what they say we do with content all
Yes,
the time? We
Yes,
just-
that's exactly what we were
Are
saying.
you
last
serious
night.
right now,
Yeah.
bro?
Look, let me put it on the private chat. They're not fucking around, dude. It's real.
Between
Well, that's fair.
Kotaku and
You mean they're
Kotaku and Nick Calandra,
Yes.
they've basically just exposed themselves as the true grifters this week. That's
Leon,
what's
this is too
happened.
funny.
Oh, that
It's
Nick
incredible.
video is crazy.
The
He
Nick
is the
Calandra
kid.
shit was wild.
He is trash.
You know what I love about this part right here? One of their cons, they go, gameplay becomes repetitive over time. Oh, I don't know. I think that's something called game mechanics. And what exactly is repetitive about it? The basic gameplay loop or the
I don't
the entire game?
I don't think we should take this review seriously when one of the
I
cons
know,
is
but
lacking
still,
in
ridiculous.
Kinda
inclusivity
shallow.
and
I mean,
diversity.
Final Fantasy
There weren't-
VII's gameplay.
Ryan,
becomes
there weren't enough
repetitive over
black
time.
monkeys in the game. There's
true.
only the tan monkeys.
Well, let's go over the pros and cons really quick. Let's stick to Screen Rant. But before we do that, I have to call it out because it's absolutely insane, bro. DJ. Holy shit, bro.
Cat
That
ears
is
in
that
no
is
time, baby.
that is massive. DJ, that is a massive 50 membership banger, dude. Holy shit. I still see the chat just like getting memberships left and right, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, DJ. That is insane. You did not have to do that, but I greatly appreciate that, man. You just made 50 trans people lose their mind. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that, brother. Let's look at the pros and cons
And
really
possibly
quick, man.
their lives.
Possibly 40% of the minimum. Pros: combat is fluid and fun. Cinematography can be breathtaking at times. Great diversity in items and mechanics. I thought that was pretty ironic.
Wait, so how can combat be fluid and fun if you say the gameplay is repetitive over time? That would mean that it's not.
Well,
it's not fun.
You'll understand when you know who the writer is and their experience or lack thereof, I should say.
That's a really dumb
cons.
thing to
Game
say,
performance is unpolished, lacking in inclusivity and diversity. Gameplay becomes repetitive over time. Now, I had a little bit of a melty. Okay, I had a little bit of a meltdown on the unpolished and the glitchiness and all that shit, and I'll explain why. So the reason why I had a little bit of a melty melt is because, you know, I do try to give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, and I know I really shouldn't, especially games journalists, but
never works out.
Yeah, it almost never works out. In this particular scenario, actually not even just this one, Tech Radar also I'll explain in a second. But apparently, they didn't even have the minimum system requirements to even play this game. If you look at the PC that they played on, it says Blacksmith Wukong recommends the minimum processor Intel i-Core 5 i5-8400 and an AMD Ryzen 1600. Their recommended processor, which I own and use to test the game, is Intel i7-9700. They did not mention whether or not they had a graphics card that was meeting the expectations. So since they decided to leave that out, I gotta imagine that they probably didn't have one that met the expectations. Why the fuck are you playing this game on a toaster is beyond me. Again, I don't understand. And this is why, if you're going to dock the game for points against, polished graphics or whatever, or FPS frame rates and whatnot, you should probably play on something that's somewhat respectable, right? At least somewhat. But this is not even the biggest insult. So, did you guys see Tech Radar's review?
Tech Radar, so sort of. Tech Radar is one of the ones Kotaku regurgitates. So I've read the Kotaku version.
This Kotaku thing isn't. This isn't actually a review. It's literally just a collation of everyone else's reviews. Yes. You're right.
So let me just explain really quick Tech Radar. So Tech Radar also complained. They all said the same thing, by the way, because they get together on the Discord and they talk about the things they're all going to mention, blah blah blah. So they all hit the game for the same exact thing: poor performance, lag, whatever, frame rates, buggy, unpolished, lacking in diversity, and all that stuff. But Tech Radar, I haven't checked the others. Tech Radar is super insulting because they played this PC game, right? They say in their article, this is a literal grift, okay? Because it's a con, it's a lie.
Yeah, totally.
Right? They say that they played this game on PC, right? And they reviewed the PC version of the game. You know what they played this game on? They played this game on an Asus ROG Ally, which is essentially a Steam Deck. They played this game on a handheld on low graphic settings.
What?
And you're trying to tell me that you're going to complain about graphics, performance, and lag and everything while playing a AAA, pretty decent graphical game on a fucking handheld. And that's supposed to be PC reviewing? Like,
what? It's like rating Hogwarts Legacy by playing.
And
on
then
Switch.
she hit it exactly on the fucking Switch, exactly. And then she hit it all the way at the bottom of the reviews. So you had to scroll all the way down to see what she played on.
What was the name of the device again?
Games journalists
Asus
don't even
ROG
have-
Ally. That's what it's called. Asus ROG Ally on turbo mode.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be like whatever the fuck that means. Like, I guess the best. Still, turbo mode. It's like what you're playing on a handheld, and you're saying you reviewed the game on PC. Like, that's not. Anyway,
You
whatever.
know the grift is over when the game journalists don't have a computer good enough to play the games, but we do.
That's criminal. I dare say.
Except you, Ryan. Sorry,
We've
man.
got Nick Calandra to do the review because, as we found out, he was given a bunch of free stuff for good reviews.
Yeah, he's definitely got the equipment.
Right.
If your setup can't handle minimum recommended settings for a game, don't buy the game, folks. It's as simple as that. And for these journo rat bastards to try and review a top tier game that's due for release on substandard hardware for that game, it's not surprising by our standards, but from a normie who trusts journalists, or in this case, game journalists, it is quite literally a grift.
It's the grift.
They
And
are.
I think, go ahead, I'm sorry, Ryan. Go finish.
Well, I was just going to finish my point by saying
Go ahead.
they're liars. They're hypocrites. They are going against the grain of what they're supposed to stand for, which is why I call these people journo rats, because they're not worthy of being called journalists.
Well, it goes to show their companies that they work for won't even take care of them in any capacity, because you got these people reviewing PC games on something that's weaker than a PS4. Like, to my knowledge, the Asus ROG Ally at its best, it's probably either is slightly weaker, as strong. It has
bad. 16 gigs
But
first off
it
of
can
RAM.
play the Grand Theft Auto trilogy remake beautifully.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
But also this model you told me of this handheld console, it seems to only go up to like 16 gigabytes of RAM, but yet you're trying to play a game that I think its maximum amount of space required is 130 gigabytes, and it's probably a very graphic intensive game due to its design. So 16 gigabytes of RAM is not going to be enough to even have a stable enough frame rate.
Bro, it's basically a little a Super Saiyan phone. Like
It
it's just a
is.
slightly
Yeah, exactly.
It's a slightly more powerful phone that they're playing this fucking AAA
Yeah.
brand new game on, and then they're complaining about lag and frame rate and all that. But forget that. Obviously, we know they play on trash hardware. That's just amazing to me. And again, my biggest thing, you guys know, I take presentation and whatnot very seriously. If you're a games journalist and you're reviewing games, AAA games, it's one thing if you're reviewing like indie games, you know what I mean, like games that are like not normally super intensive, but you're reviewing games that are AAA games that people are going to spend $70 potential on or more, and you're trying to be taken seriously, even though obviously we don't. But you know, for normies, you're trying to be taken seriously. And then at the last second, all the way at the bottom of your article that you try to hide it, you played on a fucking handheld that's no better than a phone. It's like, what are you doing, bro? You're not a PC game reviewer. It's very obvious. You should be reviewing other stuff, right? You shouldn't be reviewing
Although it
AAA
does lend
titles.
credence to the argument that women just play mobile games. So
It does.
Yeah, it does. Way too much.
Apparently, WSAD is just too damn difficult. But anyway, so all right, forget the hardware stuff. So let's talk about the thing that you know made the internet lose their mind, right? So the inclusion and representation part of this. Now, this particular writer, I forgot her name. I think it's Saman or some shit like that. I'm sure we'll bring it up in a second. She decides to say the following, and keep in mind, everything she talks about from a diversity, equity, and inclusion standpoint is only talking about the first 2 chapters of the game. She doesn't bring up any other chapter in the game, which leads to 2 questions that I can think of, right? Either number 1, did you even get past chapter 2? Or number 2, you did get past chapter 2 and you're purposely leaving out all the information from that particular part of the game because it would probably ruin the narrative that you're trying to spin about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So it's got to be one of the 2. But let's just read it really quick. While my analysis and review of Black Myth Wukong remain focused on gameplay, it's important to mention the controversy surrounding the game studio and reports of misogyny and sexism from developers. Why that's important, I have no fucking idea. Obviously, that's been debunked. Playing as a female gamer, you know, this right here was interesting. Playing as a female gamer allowed me to notice issues surrounding inclusion and representation, as if to imply that only women are capable of having the empathy to notice such issues.
Well,
sounds like a crazy bitch just made it up?
Yeah, what it means is she's not a real gamer. It means
Yeah,
that she was
basically
so busy looking for other things to be pissed off about and angry about that she didn't even actually pay attention to the game itself. So
sounds like
hell. Who knows?
Who
knows?
As I was
It might not
wandering
even
around in the background and looking for items in boxes, I happened to notice that there weren't any women or black people, and I was really upset about this.
But we have headless people, ma'am.
Yeah, it sounds like she's
in
looking
this-
for problems.
In this day and age, you never know. This person may not be a gamer, may not even be a female. It's that bad in this day and age. So it could be a tranny who did this review. You never know.
But imagine going around a game where there's not even men in the game, right? There's creatures, fantastical creatures and whatnot. You got a fucking Monkey King, right? You got all
almost
these
like it's based off fucking mythology.
Chinese mythology on top of that. It's not like it's a straight
telling
white
you.
male story. You know what I mean? Like
What do
there's
you
no
mean?
males. There's no human males in this story, at least from the first 2 chapters, from what they say.
No,
So
it's
you're
gods. Literally,
you're
it's
complaining
gods.
about lack of women, but there's no males either. So like, what are we
She's
doing?
mad that the monkeys aren't blacker.
That's true. Or they don't have vaginas. While also
the monkey
maintaining
walks
masculinity.
around, he doesn't wear Nikes. He doesn't wear Jordans.
It's not playing hip hop beats when I walk around.
He
It's just
he
really
doesn't have
offensive.
any swagger. I don't understand what they were going for with this game.
Oh, and
There's
they're
no
angry.
rap music playing in the background either.
Wait, they're angry that he has like this silky hair and not the Killmonger fade. Like, where's the
Right.
picture right here? He's
That's
mad that the hair is so obviously
That's how
white.
they
Why
were
doesn't he have a
depicted.
fade?
That's how they
Yeah.
were depicted in mythology. What the? Literally, this is how mankind was depicted in Chinese mythology. Literally,
You mean
monkey men.
monkeykind?
No.
Well, yeah, but in their mythology, the monkey men were so basically the descendants of the humans. Like the ones that look like humans were just gods and creatures.
I
and
was
Song
just
Wukong special. So
Can you imagine the
I don't give a fuck,
duality?
Leon.
Okay, imagine the duality that would happen, right? Because you know that they're gonna put themselves in a trap, right? So let's say you do diversify the Monkey King. Let's say you do give him the Killmonger fade and some Jordans and all that stuff. Then what happens then? Because now you're going to have to deal with the possibility of people melting down over the fact that you essentially are trying to make a black character a monkey. There's just there's a whole fucking connotation there that will light a fire under the asses of most activists. So you're in a no-win situation. There's no way that you can make this prototypically diverse without fanning the flames of racial you know what I'm looking for, the stereotypes or whatever. Like you would absolutely set this thing on fire if you did that. So I don't know why you would look for black representation in a game that's based on Chinese mythology. Again, this is their story to tell. Aren't you guys normally the ones who say, oh, we need to tell authentic representation stories from cultures and whatnot? Okay, so this is Chinese. They're telling their story. Why are you trying to diversify it now?
Being Chinese and being Asian is not enough anymore because they're too successful of a demographic.
Yep.
They're doing too well on their own. They're literally impact. They literally
plus,
don't
look
give
at
a shit
that
about
nose,
Western
Mike.
culture.
The Monkey King is clearly also Jewish. So,
well, that's fair.
He's proto Jesus.
But once again, far too
Leon has
successful of a
Wood
demographic.
said it.
Okay?
Successful.
Wood said
Like,
it,
that's
not
the
me.
thing.
But I will say there is an element that not many people are bringing up in regards to this situation. I'm very surprised that these consultancy groups are going after a Chinese company, considering all companies in China have links to the Chinese Communist Party. And since the Chinese Communist Party has supported progressive causes in the past, it does seem strange that these consultancy groups, all of
do you
which
really
are
think they're
left-wing
thinking
and
that far
progressive,
ahead, Ryan? You're
Uh,
dealing with people
You're
like
giving him too much credit.
Well, I'm just saying quite simply, of course, this game is not going to change to suit the Western progressive mindset, because this company that made this game, like all gaming companies based in China, like all companies based in China, follow the rule set of the Chinese Communist Party. And one of the few things the Chinese Communist Party get right is that they stay true to their mythos and their history after spending decades trying to wipe it out. So there you go.
Well, they're going to
There's the
support
element.
the progressive, ideology, especially here in the West, because it tears shit down. But when it comes to actually giving up their money, they're not going to want to give up their money to these fucking losers. They want to keep it for themselves. Also, keep in mind, too, you have to be a really shitty person for people to say, you know what, I'd rather side with the communists. Like people, the fact that people are choosing to side with a Chinese developer making Black Myth Wukong, like actual communists, people are like, you know what? We don't like games journalists so much that we're actually going to side with the commies at this point. That's crazy.
That's where I
means
am,
you
dude.
really
I'm as anti-commie as
That's
it
pretty
gets, and
crazy.
like between things like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail and this
Exactly.
and Zone ReZero, I'm like, bro, fucking, I would much rather support Chinese commies than white commies. Like,
it's crazy.
I'm Cuban, so I don't support commies anyway, but I'm just their natural enemy.
That's why, folks, you're going to see more of these projects, more of these franchises, more of these studios based in China, because they won't allow wokeness to infect their society. And that's why I think we're going to see a big boom of all sorts of industries in China. And maybe that's part of the grander plan. I don't bloody know, but you never know in this day and age.
well, with World War III on the horizon, China might institute their own big boom. But it's
Well,
going to
that's
be
the
something
thing.
different.
It actually,
If shit doesn't leak out of their labs.
Surprisingly enough, while the United States continues to get more and more progressive about their policies and pushing things like that, remember the Chinese government said, "Hey, listen, we do not want portrayals of like weak men on television anymore. We don't want effeminate men being shown on
Oh, yeah.
television. We don't want
That was a couple of years ago.
strong families being portrayed. We want masculine men being portrayed. They completely did away with. We don't want LGBTQ representation on television anymore. We want they're indoctrinating their people with the exact opposite of what's happening right now in the United States. And if you think that they don't know what's going on there and they didn't do that intentionally, like, come on, guys, you got look at the writing on the wall. Like this country in general, without getting super deep into politics, China's been in trouble with a lot of different things, a lot of different policies when it comes to children and the aging market and the aging people groups and stuff. And they absolutely hate everything that we do over here. and they manipulated and tricked Hollywood. They said, hey, if you want us to give you money, you got to do all these things with your movies. And then they were coming over to China and trying to make these movies work in China, and they didn't work in China. Like they almost single-handedly like crippled a bunch of like production companies that were trying to pander to them, and then they told them, no, we don't want your stuff over here, get out. Like, I mean, there's a lot
all
of
of a
shit
sudden
that
the
China's
Uyghur
been
Muslim
pulling.
camps ain't so bad. Like,
Yeah. I mean that's another matter. But you're right. Funny enough, China, I think the only reason China's reverting back to the traditional values they originally suppressed and destroyed is because of the fact they are literally having a birth rate crisis and people are not getting married. And and I think there's there's more women than men because of the one-child law that they enacted for the longest time. So
That's the other way around.
Yeah, it turns out when you have
drown.
anti-human and
it's the
anti-populist
opposite?
policies, you end up with low populations.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're seeing it happen here and everywhere else where they try to fucking suppress that shit.
That's
No
why
surprise.
this project, that's why Black Myth Wukong, and I think a lot of creative endeavors coming from China, not just in gaming, but in other forms of popular culture, are going to do very, very well in the future. And all power to them, despite the fact that they're a mass murdering regime.
I don't know if you should say all power to the communists. That seems like a bad idea.
Let's
read this part really quick, because this one is a little bit of an irony to it, and we're gonna go to the backlash she received. So, as far as chapters 1 and 2, while characters are clearly fictitious and fantastical creatures, which you should have just stopped right there, because you're the first ones to say, what's the big deal? It doesn't matter. They're not real. This is fake characters, blah, blah, blah. Every time, we see a race swap, anytime you see obvious DEI-oriented things happening, you're like, oh, it's fake. It doesn't matter. Who said it? Oh, yeah, Whoopi Goldberg, right? When she was all smug, she looked at the camera, and she's like, you guys realize this is fake, right?
God.
she sounds.
You
Yeah,
realize
she does sound like a smoke
said
sound. That sometimes she shits her pants.
She
when
sounds
was
like
defending Joe
Rocksteady
Biden.
from
So,
Ninja
like,
Turtles.
I'll get
Yeah.
you, you filthy bigot.
So it's amazing because it proves the hypocrisy, which we all know that's there, right? The hypocrisy, but it is obvious that they are, it's not a big deal so long as it's something they agree with. Suddenly, if they don't agree with it or it goes against their ideology, then all of a sudden it becomes a big deal because we know it is, right? So anyway, she says there were no female feminine NPCs, enemies, or bosses present. The only exception, if you can call it female, which I think we can, is a boss named Mother of Stones in Chapter 2, which is nothing more than a still glowing rock with no abilities being guarded by other enemies. So
wow,
the whole dumb as a rock thing,
it literally is
fits this whole notion here. So anyway, so this entire bit right here, she tries to make it tied to what was said by IGN. She says that it resonates with the misogynistic comments reported to have been made by developers, which express disdain for women playing their games. Although Black Myth Wukong does have truly enjoyable moments, the underlying feeling that women aren't welcome in this world felt present throughout my gameplay.
Oh my
experience.
God.
What?
Nobody. I'm telling you right
bitch.
now. Yeah, no, she's literally dumb as a rock. Nobody is looking for this that is actually a gamer, right? There's not a single and that includes female gamers too. You think the women who are going to be streaming this game on Twitch while they're wearing catgirl ears are going to be saying, gee, I feel so unwelcome in this world?
Yeah.
It's just so
It is
No,
really
they're
monkeys.
saying,
I just don't
little
see any
boy,
women
give
here.
me money.
yeah, they're going to be like, oh, this is so cool. Wow, I died again.
There's going to be
Oh,
broadcasting it on
gee.
their ass while they're playing.
This is so hard. Don't forget link in bio. Link in bio. It's
perfect.
Link in
one of those
bio.
things.
Link in bio. No, link tree in bio. Don't forget.
So this whole thing. Wait. Oh, here's the best part.
What?
This is the best part. This is the best part. Watch this. So,
Okay.
To not include any women or to only include a few in an adaptation meant for a modern audience is quite discerning. Now,
Fuck
I
you.
don't know who lied to
Who
her,
cares?
but this game was never advertised for the modern audience.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Never. Not once was this game ever advertised for the modern audience. So I don't know. Somebody lied to this bitch. Somebody lied to her and said,
They're
"Hey, go
just
play
looking
this
for
game meant for the
problems.
modern audience." Yeah, you're looking for issues. You're looking for problems. So I think it's pretty damn funny. And what's even more interesting is that if you were to ask this person, "Hey, who's the modern audience?" she would have no answer.
No,
like
she-
literally
yeah.
none. They never do. They never can tell you who the modern audience is because it's all fake. That's obvious.
I feel like half of the
women of color.
coworkers at these places just troll the people writing articles, and they say wild shit because they know they're dumb as hell to believe their bullshit.
Oh, for sure.
I swear.
Now, here's where all of this ended, right? So, not even 4 hours after the article went up, Screen Rant deleted the author from the article and put an editor's note, says the author's name has been removed for their safety. What danger she was in, obviously nobody can say because she was probably in no danger.
Criticism is dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently, she can't even stand
look,
by her work.
Words are violence in the eyes of our opposition. So, of course, with that
Literally,
mindset, that's
Yeah,
the
that's
justification.
actually true.
We've removed his, her, they, them, name, whatever the fuck, out of concern for their safety, because we progressive wankers think that words are violence, but smashing up a city is fiery but mostly peaceful. And if you try to find out this person, you're an evil person who should go to prison. That's their
Yeah,
mindset.
if you tell this person
And
your
to
review's
hell.
bullshit, this wasn't an honest review, they're going to say, you attacked me, literally.
Well, that's the lead up to
And
this,
in the
right?
UK,
So
if you say
all,
that, you get
You'll get arrested.
imprisoned.
it's all part of the game plan. So, I said this on my stream yesterday. I was like, don't be surprised if within the next 72 hours or so, you're going to have some form of statement, whether in their website or on their Twitter page by Screen Rant, talking about, sexism and attacking a woman writer who's just trying to do her job, blah, 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 blah. And they'll try to say it's attacks, right? Where people are just saying, what does diversity and inclusion have to do with anything with a game review? That's really stupid.
Yep.
But, criticism is now considered an attack. You literally can't say anything. Otherwise, it's just not good enough. What have you done to the Monkey King, my guy? Jesus Christ.
I fixed it.
What the fuck?
Did you give him the fucking Killmonger fade? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
12 out of 10?
You know what's
Damn,
sad?
Will.
It would be a 10 out of 10 if that was the case. Like, they really would be happy with it.
Damn, there's one more thing you should have done. Instead of Wukong, you should change it to say Wu-Tang.
That Black Big Wu-Tang?
Okay. Yeah.
Great. Now
Now
he's gonna do it.
change it to
I'm not
Wakanda,
gonna-
Black Myth.
No, Hood me.
Because it is a
Hood
myth.
Myth
It's not a real
Wu-Tang.
place.
Yeah, Wu-Tang, bro.
Yeah,
Let's-
Hood Myth
I still can't believe that you got people out there trying to look for diversity, equity, and inclusion in a game with a fucking monkey as a main character. Like, do you understand the world that this man is in, or this creature is in? Like, what he
No,
is
they don't.
fighting?
It's literally a world that hates him
But-
except his own
They've
kind.
never read the Journey to the West, I'm sure,
Well,
which is what
the
it's
best
based on.
part. The best part
He's
is
been reading
it's
Dragon Ball,
completely
look.
ignorant of another person's culture. That they're trying to say, like,
Yeah.
yo, we need to be more represent. Like, they have no fucking clue. I guarantee this person has
Yeah.
no idea who Sun Wukong is. They probably don't know anything about Journey to the West at all. But they also barely know anything about video games. So, like,
Well,
that's
they
the wild thing.
successfully co-opted English, European, history and culture. They've successfully co-opted it. So that's where the whole "We Was Kangs" meme came from. Now they're trying to do it to Asians. They don't give a fuck about Asians, man. They're doing it with Assassin's Creed Shadows, taking the Japanese culture and making it about them. And then now they're trying to do it with fucking Chinese developers and begging for diversity in their games too. It's like, you guys preach this entire thing about, be respectful to cultures and represent them accurately. You literally have a terrible boycott happening right now against Hoyoverse that is failing miserably about there not being enough black characters in that particular game. And yet, for some reason, I would bet my entire YouTube revenue for the year that if there was a game in Africa, and it was led by an Asian man, there would be a meltdown of epic proportions, or
Yeah, everyone says, like, oh, you always use the same excuse. What if the shoe was on the other foot? Yeah, it's because it fucking works.
Yeah,
It
because it never
exposes
goes
a
on the
double
other foot.
standard. There is no better
Well,
way to argue.
Yeah, because
this.
it's true.
They
Well,
fixed it.
Well, the funniest thing is, though, that if these progressives blackify everything, my goodness. But if these progressives blackify everything in Europe,
Ryan,
in
that's a rapper.
Asia, and in North and South America, if they try to do that with all our popular culture, all we have to say is, well, we pulled the greatest comeback in history and took over the fucking world in like 1 year and whiteified everything in the time it took these fuckers all this time to conquer Europe. We was Kangs in Europe and we was Kangs in China, but we took it back and we enslaved them. How are they going to square that fucking circle, eh? Sorry, Mike. I know Atreus isn't here, but yeah.
Will, post this
There's
on Twitter,
that.
man. If you haven't
Yeah,
already.
man.
Well, the thing is, they've been doing this for a little bit now, but obviously, with the way anime has completely skyrocketed, it continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The way manga sales are just absolutely annihilating comic book sales in the West, even. And then, with the way games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, and even if you look at the numbers for a lot of like movies in China, they're doing just fine over there with their films.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they make a ton of money over there. That they're watching these cultures isolate themselves, which was always their policy in the first place. It was our fault and other countries' faults that they even started getting interacting with them in the first place. And the problem is, if you do that, then they cannot control any kind of narrative. And so what they have to do is they have to figure out a way to chip away at Japan, at China, and they're trying to use the same tactics that they used over here. But the thing is, Chinese people, I'm going to tell you a little secret, they don't give a fuck about being called racist. They don't, because they don't really like black people over there.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck. It's all about China over there. And now Japanese people, there is a little bit of a movement right now happening that is actually them trying to affect culture, and Japan's letting people in from other countries and stuff, but they're seeing the effect it's having, and there's a lot of pushback right now in that country because they don't want us affecting their shit. We have they're watching us destroy ourselves, and they're going, we don't want anything to do with that kind of stuff, dude. We're the ones that are doing successful. But these journalists, it's all about access, it's all about numbers, it's all about popularity, and they're realizing they're losing all of that. None of that shit matters. Interviewing celebrities doesn't mean shit to anybody anymore. Your job could be gone tomorrow, so they have to figure out how to infiltrate other successful modes and other successful media, and it doesn't work, unfortunately, over there. So they're going to keep getting their shit kicked in until they embarrass themselves so bad that they don't have a job anymore. And I say it's good that they're doing it, because they're not going to win this fight. There's no way you beat the Chinese at being stubborn.
And what's amazing about that, take this, extrapolate it 2 years from now. Let's say all this shit's gone. We've won the culture war. Guess what? We'll still be here fucking talking about how great the next big video game is, because it's it's just a lot of fun. And hey, maybe an insert movie comes out here that's just full of masculine energy, and you're going out, you're killing bad guys and saving the the bar winch with the fucking corset and whatnot. And we'll still be having fun talking about great media. We don't need to exist in this era of shitting on everything. As long as there's good stuff to talk about, there will always be an audience that wants to respond to you talking about good shit.
Well, see, the thing is that I'm trying to think how I want to put it, because it's not going to be that way. It's not just going to be everything becomes rosy. The world, even if the culture war ended tomorrow, there's always going to be bad shit to shit on.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be good stuff to talk about. That's just how it goes.
That's called fandom.
That's what. Yeah, I was gonna say that's what fandom and that's what critics have been like.
I meant from a political ideology standpoint, to be fair.
But still, it's really quick. Shout out to Co Classic Cage for the raid. Thank you so much, Cassie. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Cage.
I tried to call it out earlier, but Leon wouldn't shut Hondo up. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, Cassie. Love you very much. Go ahead, Gooch.
No, I was just gonna say we're gradually losing our identity for each country. Canada has no identity anymore. The U.S. is slowly losing its identity, and then people scream and rant what is our country? And you're trying to keep it that US first mentality, and it's slowly getting chipped away, and eventually it's not going to exist anymore, and people are going to be lost, and China is keeping it, and that's what people are upset about, is they're sticking to their culture, to their morals and everything like that, and it drives everyone else nuts.
To be fair, Coach, Canada does have an identity. Speaking from an outsider, your guys' identity is people who are terrified of guns and love homos. That's your identity now. So,
and
it's not wrong.
Speaking from an American perspective, at least,
you're not American. You came off the boat.
What?
Yeah, you're Cuban. You're Cuban.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, I know. My identity I left behind was communism. I traded it for here. Fuck yeah, I don't care. But I will say this: at least American The Americans have quite a strong culture. The problem is you get all these people that incessantly want to just tear it down and and make it sound like
it's successful.
Yeah. It's what
doesn't
annoys me about it, you know, especially like the whole. I think I remember when they took down the Robert E. Lee statue because oh no, it represented racism, and then in my head I'm like, well, yeah, the man was indeed racist, and yes, it was a pretty rough time, but the reason that fucking statue's been standing there for hundreds of years is to remind you of that shitty time so you learn the lessons of the past and not repeat them again. Otherwise, you're gonna repeat them again.
Wait, so you don't avoid repeating the same mistakes by learning, like not learning about them?
What I mean,
I don't know what to say. Just blindly and arrogantly stumble your way through life, never learning anything.
Yeah, I thought the way you stop repeating mistakes is by not learning about it.
It's by just not listening to anyone and just doing whatever you want.
And blaming other people
Dude,
for it.
1 in
It's
5
always someone else.
Americans think that the Holocaust is a fucking fiction. That's how far we've gone.
Well, I mean,
That's not really a topic we should talk about.
I know, but I'm just saying it as an
Please don't get
additive.
us started on that.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot
Apple Eater with
that's
Rome
a-
says
Hello,
that.
Apple Eater.
We
Welcome
won't
to the
survive.
madness.
Welcome to the madness. Guys, I'm gonna catch up on super chats.
an
Any last
attractive one.
comments on the Screen Rant stuff?
Yes, with Screen Rant, please remember, guys, this is the same studio that still thinks to this day that Rings of Power is a masterpiece. Yes, Will added to number 3 in the counter.
That's actually 4.
I look
is it
forward
four?
to the day. I look
One of them was
forward to
me.
the day where Screen Rant, just like fucking Kotaku, USA, go out of business. I will live, and everyone else on this panel will live to piss on your graves.
I'll give you that. You probably will live long enough to
Also,
see Kotaku
I
go
do-
down.
You only
I
need
wanna
about
point
a
out,
year.
Too, like, Screen Rant used to be about movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
Surprise,
Yes.
surprise.
Yeah.
They actually created a separate group, a company,
Game
or a
Rant.
separate, called Game Rant.
Yeah.
They,
Why is this
they're
not on
posting
that?
their
That's
own
what I
video
thought,
game
dude.
reviews on Screen Rant because nobody interacts with that fucking website. They get,
I didn't
like,
know they had
so
something
little
called Game Rant.
They do.
Yeah,
They
no,
started
Game
Game
Rant's
Rant
a thing,
years
yeah.
ago, and it was they got such poor reactions, and they got so little notice from it that it's still there. They still post fucking reviews, but it's a
They
different
posted a
review
review of
on
Black
that
Man
website.
Wukong.
Yeah, it's a different
They
review
did?
though. It's a different person
Yes.
that did a review on that website, and it's the same fucking company. So, like, what do you think? Like, this company, the writing's already on the wall. We're watching these websites go down left and right because everybody knows they're full of shit. Like, all anybody wants is a legit review from a gamer that goes, "Hey, the game was fun, go buy it," or "No, this game fucking sucks, don't." Like, that's all we have. That's all anybody asked for. Surprise, surprise! When you don't do that, nobody fucking listens to you. I guarantee they'll be on the chopping block before Kotaku gets there. Like, so it sucks, but wah. Like,
Kotaku what is Kotaku being subsidized by?
I don't know.
What is
Because
the
I know
company
like
that owns
the
them?
Mary Sue is being subsidized heavily by private investors in Australia. Like that I know.
Yep.
But
See, there's a company that
because they're not making any money, the Mary Sue. So I want to know
and
who
the quality of their writing has like I don't know
Go
if it's
Media
gone even
owns them.
further downhill or if it's improved enough that I don't even use them for joke videos anymore. Like sometimes we're like, oh, here's a Mary Sue article. Let's make a fun video about that. But they're like, they've either gotten marginally better to where they're not so insane that I can make fun of them, but or maybe they've just gotten that much worse. I don't know which it is, but Christ, I haven't covered a Mary Sue article in ages.
Well, I know Geo Media owns it, but I'm saying what does Geo Media own that is making money that can subsidize Kotaku's obvious loss of money? Because there's no way they're making money. Because I'll put it to you like this:
Go ahead.
No, really quick. I'm sorry. Second Wind is making more money than Kotaku, and
Yeah, for
Second
sure.
Wind is not profitable. So how the fuck is Kotaku still going? There's no way. They have more employees at Kotaku than Second Wind does, and Second Wind has less employees. But granted, their salaries are probably higher per employee, so evens out or whatever. But still, there's like what do they have that is subsidizing Kotaku?
They have other websites that it seems they're subsidizing. Let's
Aside
see.
from obvious like ESG investors, I get that. Trust me. I'm just
Well,
saying.
they have
what
they own The Root, which
Yeah.
is a black magazine that's probably making money because it's niche. They own
Yeah,
Quartz.
don't you subscribe to it, Mike? You're
No,
clearly
I
the
don't
target
subscribe
demographic.
to that.
Ryan
aside- the only magazine I would be getting is Jet magazine, but I stopped doing that years ago. The Onion, they own the Onion, the AV Club. Those are probably eking out a profit. Like at least some of them are eking out a profit.
the inventory
Like, so-
too.
Yep. So a lot of this is just like them probably just farming for clicks. This is the thing too. A lot of these companies are doing the same thing that newspapers were doing before they went under. They start a website and they buy these smaller websites and they farm clicks, and that's what they send to their shareholders. They go, look at how much traffic we're getting, guys. People are still watching us. People are still listening, and then they get investors or their shareholders to give them a little bit more money. But yeah, they're gonna go under. Like, there's no way that they stay, continuing at this point. Like, yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I don't know. It's kind of a mess. Oh, apparently
I was
they
just
own
curious.
Clickhole, which is the same. They're owned by Cards Against Humanity, so they probably make money through that. I mean, like, they just, they probably have just enough stuff going on that they're eking out a profit. They also own Quartz.
Yep.
But Quartz is the net income for Quartz in 2019 negative $18 million.
Oh,
So what you're saying is they're doing wait. So you're saying they're doing the Disney strategy of basically making multiple outside investments in a lot of companies that'll basically maintain overhead, and maybe have one other thing that passes that overhead into profit that can sort of balance out the fails. Interesting.
That's crazy.
That's the strategy all the big firms are using. It's just even when they say, "Oh, we're in debt," or "Oh, we're in this terrible thing." Yeah, sure, but they have backup investments. It's just they don't want to use them up unless they are absolutely going to just go down if they don't use them. So,
like, keep in mind, I know while this is a media company, like, it's not a magazine or a website or anything. Keep in mind, the CW never turned a profit. And how long was that going?
Ooh,
never turned a profit. It is not about money with these guys. Some of it may be in the beginning, but it's not about money with these people. It hasn't been for a long fucking time. And if you're playing the long game,
are you trying to tell me, Mike, that Gossip Girl didn't make them rich?
Here's the thing. You want to know something? What's wild though? The CW may not have made money, but they definitely made money. There's a lot of money in television. It's through merchandising, it's through advertising and stuff. The CW may not have made money, but all their CEOs and all their executives were getting paid. All of those guys are millionaires that go on to buy other companies and funnel money to other places. Like,
they just keep it going.
Yeah, it is. The writing is on the wall with this stuff. This is the problem with the culture war, and this is why they're panicking like they are, and this is why, like, I've talked about this before, but this is why YouTube channels like this are important. This is why when people go, why do you guys always talk about negative things? It's not like, let's talk about positive things. It's important to talk about negative things because up till now, we haven't known how the sausage is made. Now we're exposing how these companies work. We're exposing that they don't care about money, that they actually have agendas, that they're actually pushing ideologies on people, that they're literally trying to change the core thought process in young American youth. They're trying to change how kids see movies. They're trying to change how they consume media, all of this stuff, because if it works, it'll turn much more than just a profit. It'll change how politics works. It'll change the core of how America functions. So every time any channel pops up that does well and says, hey, this is how this works. This is what they're doing to you. This is what they're doing to their children. Do not let your kids watch these movies. Don't go check this out. This is what's going on here. This is what's happening with these video games. And then parents that watch this stuff or teenagers that watch these channels and stuff see this, then they turn away from it and they stop buying it, and it stops becoming profitable for them. The less eyes are on their stuff, the worse that they do, and the less they can justify to their investors that what their plan that they had was working. It's starting to not work anymore.
That's how the pharmaceutical companies made it big. That's how the
Mm-hmm.
pharmaceutical companies made it big in the early 2000s, because they knew to use the TV studios, the movie studios, and start promoting the hell out of it. And now they've become this huge more than billion, but they're
billion.
They run everything.
Man.
They run the trillion. They run everything now.
I was just going to say,
by the way, this podcast is sponsored by Pfizer.
No, it's not.
But like when
What?
Disney
Wait, what?
keeps keeps bombing, or a game company keeps bombing, and people ask like, "What are they doing? Do they just not understand it?" People don't realize that like sometimes they're more focused on the propaganda than they are on the profit. And I know that's what this is largely here to point now.
Because they profit either way. They profit either way. Because like that's what that's what the ESG is there for. Because like they don't care if it flops, they still get funded. they're still sending the message. There's that. It's a whole freaking system to it.
But
It
the
is
fact
more
that an
important that
organic
people are consuming it.
There you
Go
go.
ahead.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that there was that an organic opposition to what the establishment has been doing for many years now has grown organically from just one-man bands speaking their minds about topics and people that they enjoy, as well as highlighting the problems with popular culture. The fact that that has all sprung up over the past 10 to 15 years completely organically among ordinary people who in the 20th century would most likely be working hard in industry or in service jobs. But in terms of today, what we're seeing, the problems in our popular culture and in our cultures across the West today, it just goes to show that everyone can make a difference in highlighting the problem, finding the solutions, and being the change that you all want to see. And I'm very grateful for that. And hopefully, as the years go on, as we keep on going, we'll all keep on growing. Mike and Josiah and his good buddies will make plenty of nice films, and we'll watch those instead of the bloody tripe that, for the most part, is coming out of Western films and TV shows today. So, yeah.
Well
start
said.
if you haven't already. Start making videos.
Start
videoing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up on super chats.
Drives him nuts.
Anybody else? Last comments on Screen Rant and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, like, the whole talk
Here's
about
my
the changing.
comment. There we go.
Okay.
And the only comment there really is anyone
Yeah.
surprised by any of this?
No, but it did remind me, like when Mike was going on about his speech, it kind of reminded me of when I watched the 2019 Joker movie, about just the fact that all it takes for people to start questioning and eventually react in the way that we have been is small things building up over time, small issues that never get addressed. And
that's literally why we're all here.
Yeah,
Because
but
we
the
all
fact
at some
is,
point individually noticed
Yeah.
something was wrong.
Because
and
we were all
just
like,
let us
guys,
know.
She-Hulk looks bad,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
we're not tripping.
This is why it gets ridiculous when they say that YouTubers like doing what we do are grifters or whatever. It's because that's obviously not the case. At some point, we all independently noticed there's something terribly wrong here. I'm going to go look for answers, and eventually joined up to continue to boost that signal, that message, and tell people, hey, it's okay to not like this. You don't have to pay for this shit. You don't have to be satisfied with mediocrity and propaganda.
And people forget, like, it's easy to forget it, but like, and I know you got to read super chats, so my bad. I'll try to keep it short. But like,
go ahead.
A lot of this started with Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
It was unprecedented
did.
for huge fans of these products that had a voice on the internet to say, this sucks.
Yep.
It was on
Star Wars and Doctor Who right before Star Wars.
Interesting.
It shocked people.
Go back
They were
further,
like,
guys.
yo,
2014 Gamergate started with that.
Well,
it just
yeah.
didn't get
Gamergate,
gaming
Comicsgate, everything.
But it was like people forget it wasn't popular. That's what they keep lying to everybody about. That was popular to say Star Wars sucked. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
No, it was horribly unpopular.
These fandoms, and it's not a bad thing because it happens everywhere that you go with fans. The fandom is a natural immunity response to bad faith people. If somebody walks in and says Star Wars sucks,
Absolutely.
that person will get tore to shreds and they'll shut the fuck up and move on. It happens in every fandom everywhere. But there was a vocal enough group of people that started saying, yo, I don't think this is good anymore. And fans started watching and going, actually, yeah, I kind of agree. That is why it got popular. It's not we're not doing it because it's just popular. Some people will. There are always bad faith people in here. But a lot of us are actually consuming the media that we're complaining about, hoping that it might be good or trying to find the good in media and talking about it. But they will tell you that all we ever talk about is bad stuff. They'll never report on. They'll never talk about it. They'll never tweet about it anytime we say something was good or that we disagree on whether something was good or not, because that happens
Hey, Mike,
too.
didn't you see a movie relatively recently? What were your thoughts on that?
I didn't see any movies. I've never watched a movie in my life.
It got to a point where gradually over time, more and more people got with the program to the point where now, if you're a real fan, you actually do not. We're the ones who are criticizing it. The true fans are the ones saying this sucks, this is bad, and it's the shills who continue to defend things like Star Wars or whatever now, or Marvel.
Yeah. I want to say it wasn't just people like us, like independently noticing, like, hey, this kind of sucks. It was people like us noticing, like, this is systematically sucking in the same
Everything
ways
is.
altogether. Like, something's going on. It wasn't just
package.
cut to like, oh, a couple bad movies came out. It was like, this is something different. At least that's how I noticed it.
I can give you. I can go further back than 2014. No, 2012.
No.
2012 when
Mute
the
'em.
Hobbit. What? Shut up. 2012 when
Play
the
the
Hobbit
sound.
movies
Play
came
the
out.
sound.
Now shut up, Ryan. Let me talk.
No, 2012 when the Hobbit movies came out, like especially
Oh,
like the
I
part
knew it.
where they did the background, the little flashback scene where Thorin somehow doesn't kill Azog.
I'm gonna give
you know?
I'm gonna give Dragon a little bit of credit because I fucking despise those movies.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
But I'm saying like,
But
first
there
it was
wasn't a
that.
backlash. Most people agreed that they
It was
sucked.
that one was not the backlash one. The backlash ones were 2 and 3, which later showed like the true colors of what was going on behind the scenes. And then afterwards, the Star Wars movie started coming out right after the end of the Hobbit trilogy, and then of course, just like with the Hobbit trilogy, the first movie, people had concerns, especially after how they killed off Han Solo in such a disrespectful way as most people see it. But then when The Last Jedi came out, that's when all this started going downhill.
Oh yeah, I mean, people
Like,
were
that's
more
when it
or
became
less
popular.
on board. I mean, people were more or less on board with the idea that okay, they killed off Han Solo. It was done pretty badly. It was pretty shocking. But hey, I guess we do know that Harrison Ford doesn't want to play the character. He hates Star Wars. So there were a lot of ways we could mitigate it, and it could slip through the cracks. And you just sort of say, okay, well, I guess we have to accept this. We're willing to give them a bit more time to cook and show us that there's actually a fucking reason for this. And then of course, there was The Last Jedi, which just shat on everything.
Yeah.
And in the
Force
meantime, they
Awakens-
turned. Go on.
I was just say The Force Awakens wasn't so bad to where it was major uproar to where like I mean, there's definitely people who didn't like it. There are definitely people who weren't
For sure.
impressed, but it didn't cause like such the backlash that The Last Jedi did,
Yeah.
where everyone was like, "What the?"
I mean,
fuck
that
is
was
this?
just like complete deliberate negligence. It was like poisoning the well.
It was like going into oh my god, Star Wars, and just a middle finger up the whole time.
Character
It really
assassination of Luke
was.
Skywalker. Yep, thank you.
To kind of piggyback on the conversation, I mean, I don't take those people seriously, the ones who are like, all you do is talk about negative stuff, because at the end of the day, they are never, ever commenting on my manga stuff. They're never commenting on my gaming stuff.
Yeah.
They're never commenting on something that I talk good about. They only comment on the negative stuff because they're projecting, and their algorithm is filled with negative content because that's what they enjoy. So you can
That's what
talk
they
about
respond to,
people only reporting on negative stuff, but when you don't actively seek their good stuff, then that is your fault. If you're only seeing negative stuff from them, that's your fault. Your algorithm is filled with that because that's what you watch. YouTube knows you better than you know yourself. So that's just how it goes.
Why I get comments on the occasional video that I do. It's like 1 out of maybe 20 videos that I do is actually positive. I'll be like, hey, this actually was pretty good. I'm impressed. I enjoyed this when I'm reviewing an episode. Someone will go, oh, I really appreciate you. You actually tell the truth about how you feel as opposed to just shitting on everything. I'm like, but most of us are the same. I'm not the only
I didn't
one.
see
Everybody
any of those
does
people
say.
comment on Stellar Blade stuff when I was talking good about Stellar Blade.
No.
But that's why back to the algorithm stuff you're talking about, Hypno, in terms of like people constantly consuming negative shit. That's why I have 3 separate YouTube accounts. I've got one that's purely for like, hey, here's video game, lore and backstory, and hey, here's cut content for movies and just all this sorts of video essays. And I've got a second YouTube channel I use pretty much exclusively for like conspiracy theory, rabbit holes, and shit like that. And I've got my third one, Words of Paradise, which is for all the
Trash.
Political ideology, wokeness, anti-wokeness. But I make sure like, hey, I'm in the mood to watch a fucking 3-hour breakdown of all the cut content from Sonic Heroes. I'm going on my other profile because that's why I want the algorithm to keep feeding me so I can have that break from this shit.
Yeah. Let me show something really quick and then we're gonna get super chat. So I got tagged in a lot of memes apparently. We got this meme right here. Yeah.
That's wild.
Thank you. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Right. I am
what
vindicated.
Got tagged on this one. Dating tips
Oh,
from
God.
Ryan. If the woman has yet to follow a restraining order, you're doing it wrong.
That's fucked up. Look how skinny they made Ryan.
Yeah,
we got this one.
At least the same shirt.
Oh God!
The moment Ryan Roger they learned about trans people. That is great. They
What's Chinese precious?
Of course, we got Will with the
Yeah, I'm in
whatever
there.
the fuck
the
this
Will
is,
meme.
Killmonger, Wukong, and then we got. I
Wu-Tang.
want this. Whatever this is, I want it. I don't know if you're making fun of me, but I want
I
it.
only use the best for my hot pockets.
Real hypnotic criticism of the Screen Rant journo's use of low-level PC to test Black Myth Wukong by comparing it to using a
You would have a
microwave makes sense.
that.
Since Hypnotic only uses the best to heat his hot pockets. Hell yeah.
That's good.
I
You
agree.
would
I
have
want
this,
this.
like,
Okay,
If
that's
this
good.
is a
Yeah.
real microwave, send me the link. I swear to God, I'll buy it. I don't give a fuck.
He will.
Ryan, whenever someone mentions the Holocaust,
You could have said my name. It's okay.
You have
Hashtag
you have
SNH
no idea how right you are in that statement.
I'm fully caught up on memes now. All right, let's go with Super Chats, man, and then we're gonna
That
get
was
to the
great.
next topic. That was good. Shout out to the Bigot Army and all their memes. It's hilarious. We got Furious Dan for a 5. It says happy anniversary, my brother Hypnotic, and congratulations. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that, Furious Dan. We got Robin Shirewood for a 2. Ryan's the English Bill Burr. How the fuck do you say this?
What?
He's not rich.
Far or Cymru.
Is that German?
Welsh.
What the fuck is that?
That's Welsh.
Welsh, you twat.
I can't say that shit.
Nobody.
See,
I'm
Mark
not
was
gonna
there,
be
Robin.
Welsh.
It says it's Welsh, you twat.
Oh,
It's like it's
Cymru.
not
Okay,
a
I see what you
language.
mean now. Okay,
Like
yeah.
it's not a language used by one tiny fucking country
Right.
that's
I was gonna
basically
say Welsh.
irrelevant.
Welsh can barely speak Welsh. Like, come on,
Yeah.
bro. Like, what are we doing?
I'd
Incredible.
rather be Welsh
Shout out to
than
DJ
black.
again. Shout out to DJ
Well,
again for a
You're
50
doing it
membership.
wrong.
You are doing it wrong, Ryan.
Yeah.
Shout out for the 50 memberships again, DJ. I appreciate that, man. That was insane. Britt Cormeyer for a 50. Gameplay becomes repetitive over time. That is any game. Checkers become repetitive over time, and that game has been around in one form of another for thousands of years. I like repetition. When I play a looter/shooter, I want to shoot and loot. No, 100%. I mean, you can have a repetitive gameplay cycle and the game not be boring, right? Because
That's ridiculous.
you can use outside influences to make the game that would be otherwise repetitive interesting, right? You can do that.
Would you
right?
say that
Super Mario Bros.
would
is
you-
to this day one
Yeah.
of the best games of all time, and you run forward and fucking jump. That's
That's
the game.
I was gonna say, like, would you say that the gameplay of Final Fantasy VII is a bit repetitive? Yes. Is it still a fucking masterpiece? Absolutely. It's a
Right.
irrelevant argument.
You could say the same thing about Dark Souls or even
Zelda.
RTS
Any
games. Like
Fucking anything. World of Warcraft, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
you
Of course
just
it's
tap
repetitive.
target and
That's
press
the-
buttons and move
it's
away
a
from the
gameplay
fire.
loop. It's literally called a gameplay loop that you
Yep.
can't have it change every chapter, or you'd never be able to fucking play it.
All right, you'll master one loop and then you got a whole another loop the next time, and it's like,
Next chapter, now it's an RTS. What the fuck?
So according to these journos, every single gaming segment should have the control scheme just abruptly changed in the mechanics just to fuck around with you.
Yeah, for them, they want like
That
one
would be an
one
interesting
chapter should
game
be
mechanic.
one chapter should be a turn-based RPG. The next chapter should be a fucking first-person shooter. The next chapter should be a flight
Puzzle
simulator.
solver.
You know they
Next
wouldn't
chapter
complain at
should
all
be
if it was a
fucking
super
action RPG top-down, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
If
Hey, at least Final
FPS,
Fantasy had
RTS.
good goddamn grace to break it up throughout all the games instead of shoving it all into one. Like,
Get to the final level, and it requires you to dust off your old fucking Guitar Hero controller for the final boss.
oh, that'd be so cool. I'm not gonna
Unearth your.
Okay, that would actually be pretty
Crash,
cool. Yeah.
Crash, all you need to know for a $4.89. They're just mad that Wukong is not part of their stupid agenda. Which is crazy
Yeah.
because if both those communists sat down and got to talking, they probably would agree on a lot of things. But
But that's
apparently,
actually it. I mean, that's the thing.
apparently
They
diversity is
accuse.
not one of them.
They accuse us of
No, they
that. Like,
kill
oh,
each
you only
other.
don't like it because it's not racist enough. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not sexist enough for you grifters.
Bro,
but that's not actually
we're
the
like,
case.
yeah.
We
Chapter 4,
qualify
please
things
pull
based
out
on
your.
quality storytelling and things like engagement, gameplay, things like that. It's them that criticizes the fuck out of anything that doesn't
Right.
exactly fit their set of boxes.
Again,
It's
you're
We
fucking-
want
looking-
quality,
Did you guys
sexism, and
see
racism.
Did you
Yeah.
guys see
It's
Mighty
always
Queef's tweet
projection.
that I put in the chat earlier?
The what?
The what?
The Mighty Queef tweet that I put in the chat earlier.
Oh,
Private
that one.
chat?
Yeah, what a cunt.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't-
just
I didn't see
loser.
it.
He
Yeah.
literally had the fucking balls to say there's going to be two types of people when Black Myth Wukong come out. Those that want to talk about how good the game is, and those that want to make it a culture war issue about, diversity and it's an anti-woke game. And I was like,
Well,
and you
in
know
a
what
way,
I
he
said?
is right.
You know what I said? I said, "Wow, leave it up to these people to just make an issue about nothing. Literally, this game had no issues. It was minding its own business. Then some crazy people saw this game and were like, "Oh my god,
didn't do nothing.
$7 million, please.
That's what I'm
No
saying.
thanks.
In a way, what he said was right, just not how he intended it.
Oh
Right.
my god."
That's so ironic, man. But Mighty Cuck's got a show, man. His channel's dead. So he's got to make money somehow.
Oh no.
If
Oh,
they
wait.
buy you for a 10, you'd be surprised how much you can fit on those PC handhelds. But the ROG Ally is on Windows, so that's a lot of RAM. I have a Steam Deck, and it's a lot better than my
Dude,
phone.
I was honestly just looking at these online, like right now as we were talking, thinking of which
No,
might be better or whatnot.
So I want to clarify. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not at all. But what I'm saying is that when you're reviewing a game, right? You're a professional game reviewer, and you're reviewing a PC game. Perhaps you should be doing it on a PC. It is actually somewhat decent for modern gaming at the time of which you're reviewing that game. If you, in your article, are going to write 3 or 4 paragraphs about how laggy the game is, how glitchy the game is, and whatnot, and you're playing on low settings on an ROG Ally, that's a problem. I think that's a big issue. Like, you clearly do not care about your job enough to invest money in a rig that's going to let you properly review the game. That's my biggest issue. If you're going to sit there and try to be a professional, be a professional. Otherwise, you're just an amateur and you're out here trying to pretend. You're faking it till you make it.
Kotaku, might I introduce you to Windows Vista? Like,
No,
God.
they deserve XP.
Or
They
can I
don't
just
deserve
introduce
Vista.
you to a PC in general? Like, what the fuck? It's
Not yet.
ridiculous.
They deserve Windows 8, so they get fucked.
Yeah,
They deserve to be
I mean,
fired.
I have a Steam Deck, but again, I don't play some of the most hardcore AAA games on my Steam Deck. I just know I'm going to be disappointed most of the time. Dark Souls plays pretty good on it, surprisingly, not terrible. But there's moments during Dark Souls where it's just going to lag the fuck out if there's a lot of particles. Like, I forgot which. I don't know. I think it's the third one where there's a dragon guarding a fucking hallway. You got to run down the hallway along the side of the building.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he shoots fire down. You got to like rush really quick to get to the other side. Yeah,
That's
that
on a rooftop.
lags crazy on the Steam Deck. But on my PC, it's like fucking butter, you know? And what am I going to do? Go in the article? Yeah, this game is laggy. Like, what the?
This
That's
level
crazy.
just doesn't work no matter what.
Like, what do you mean this game is laggy? Your fucking rig just is not up to snuff. Like, how are you blaming the game for that? That's
They need
what
to
I'm
add
saying.
turn-based mechanics in this section so I can feel better.
It'd be a totally different story if you had a 4080 or 4090 and you had a proper rig and you're playing this game and then all of a sudden you're dropping to 10 FPS during a high particle scene. That's something different. Then you can say, okay, the game's not optimized properly. Even on some of the best hardware, it's not. You know, then you have an argument. But if you're playing on a handheld that you have to play low settings to even be able to play, and then you're going to complain about lag, you're going to complain about like all. It just doesn't make sense to me that you're being purposely disingenuous. And I guarantee you would have never brought it up had there been women in the game. If there was any form of diversity that you give a fuck about, you'd be like, you know, I played on a ROG Ally. And it played pretty good. I would recommend a PC, but it played pretty good. It's a good game. Like,
You can literally play this game on a GTX 2070 Super, okay, with 32 gigs of RAM with no problem. Like, it's not that bad. You just won't be able to play it probably on ultra settings. You're gonna have to stick with high, which honestly, in some games, the difference in those cases between ultra and high settings is very minute. And for the average gamer, high and ultra settings, most of the time, there's not that major of a difference, in my opinion, from playing a lot of those types of games. So
if you're reviewing PC games, you should be doing it on a PC.
Yeah.
Like, just flat out. And it should be a decent PC. If you can't afford one, you should ask your company to help provide one for you if you're going to do your job seriously. And if they won't provide one for you, then I don't know, figure it out. You're trying to be a professional games reviewer and you're fucking playing PC games on a handheld. Like, you're not. I don't think anybody's going to take you seriously at that point. It's hard enough. Nobody takes you seriously anyway.
Yeah, if the company isn't willing to invest in you to make sure you can make professional game reviews, just fucking resign and tell everyone about it in a YouTube video. What better way to start your creator journey than by critiquing the professional standards of a game review site? and condemn
Well, these
them.
journalists, they don't
Get a bit of
get paid much, Ryan. I don't know if you're aware of that, but they do not get.
I
paid
don't
much
get paid
all.
at all, so
It's for the access more
because
so.
they it is for the access. You're right, and the perks. They what do you call it? If you look at Second Wind's salary, right, that was just recently leaked.
Oh god.
All of the
Yeah.
people under Nick Calandra, or their salary was $41.27, so $4,127 a month, something like that. That's what they were getting, and that's in a company where everything was trying to be evenly split. You know, like a nice little good little
Very
socialist.
commie.
Yeah, they were trying to do that. So you got to imagine working for Kotaku, which is still not making nowhere near the amount of money that that Second Wind is making.
Second Wind.
You got to imagine that their journalists are probably getting paid $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and plus perks, obviously. And then on top of that, almost all of them live in one of the most expensive states in the
I was
fucking
gonna say that.
which is
Yeah,
New
they
York.
do.
I've
They-
put it
they're
on
living
screen
here in
for you if you want
California.
it.
Yeah, that ain't shit.
No,
Yeah,
it's
so think
maybe
about
I-
that for a second.
They all have roommates.
4167. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
4167. My bad. So yeah, most of them are making $4,000 or less.
Nick
And
makes
again,
double.
this is Second Wind. Nick is double. Yeah, this is Second Wind though, so they're making more money. So you got to imagine Kotaku is 2 to 3, and they all live in New York.
And is
I
it
saw
because
an un-
I've
shit.
got used to
I-
a certain type of lifestyle. That's what a prostitute says.
You are a commie.
Yeah.
I saw an uncensored version of this list, folks. I don't exactly remember when, but I think it's been censored by the man who set up this
Yeah, I think I saw that
slideshow
too.
in
Yeah, I
this
think he's
video
number
because
3.
he's on this.
He's
Yeah,
probably
because
number
he's
3
on
now.
this fucking list. Yeah.
Well, of course he's on this list. He's got to
So
get
there
paid
you
for his
go.
work, obviously. But yeah, no, they definitely overpay every one of them because they made this entire company based off the idea of spreading the wealth, equality and all that bullshit. Anyway, the
Mhm.
point is, Kotaku journalists do not make much money at all, and it's bad enough they all live in New York. They're paying like $2,000 a month in rent at the bare minimum to live in
Yeah.
a fucking shithole somewhere. in
Oh
Brooklyn.
no, Hypno. We
Most
gotta
of
go
them-
further. We gotta go further. Probably for these companies, they don't have good insurance plans, so they have to get their own insurance plans. And if they contribute to their 401ks, if they even have them anyway, or they contribute to their own investments, that would mean that, I don't know, let's say the $4,167 average. Oh, let's just say about maybe between $1,300 to $1,800 are being discounted due to taxes, benefits, and insurance. So, and they live in a big city where you said again, apartment rent is $2,000. They're fucking living.
I mean,
like
a
poor
lot of
fucker.
them live in Brooklyn, and I feel like depending on where you live in Brooklyn, you can find something sub 2,000 if you
Yeah.
really try looking. If you're willing to live somewhere like a shithole,
If you want to live in a shithole shack, yeah,
can
or
find-
or
yeah.
put up with a roommate, yeah.
Yeah, because they
I
all
don't believe
if
what
you
you
look
see
at
in
their
sitcoms.
if you look at their accounts, every single
Yeah.
one of them, they all say Brooklyn, New York, almost every one. So from Kotaku anyway. So it's it's not cheap. They don't make a lot of money, and that's why they're so fucking angry all the time. They're constantly angry.
Do they work remote? Most of these people, or are they?
Yeah,
even
they
able-
all work remote.
So why the fuck would you be living in a really expensive city if you can work
I can
remote?
tell you
Because they
why.
have to go to the
Because
offices.
yeah, because they do
every
make
now and
them.
then.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
they do make them come into offices. They don't have to,
Mhm.
but they do make them. But here's the other thing too. It's actually kind of similar to what happened in California and like LA. When back in the day before things became remote, everybody had to go to LA if you wanted to break into Hollywood. Like there were
Yeah.
other smaller pockets. If
Yeah.
you want to get into television, you go to New York. If you want to break into Hollywood, you go to LA. So there's a ton of fucking people living in LA, miserable and pissy and barely
Yep.
making ends meet, trying to survive in fucking Hollywood and stuff. Now that things are remote, you don't have to live in LA anymore. But you know who's not going to tell you that? The people that are in LA miserable that have been living there for the last 20 years because they want you to be as miserable as they are.
I
And I
agree.
can tell you
That, and
something.
they've been so
I-
bred into that they think that's the only way. They think they're like
Well,
the
that's-
top.
Yeah.
They're the
It's because
rule makers.
it's because if they find out. Okay, so I'll say this because he won't. Nobody will know who the fuck this guy is. So I have a buddy who's an actor who lived in LA. He moved to LA to get started in acting. And then the fucking lockdown and pandemic and shit happened. So he moved back home and then just lied to his agent that he was still living in LA. And whenever he had an audition, you know what he did? He would just get a plane ticket and fly to LA, do the audition,
yeah.
and then fucking come home. And he goes, until I land a gig, I'm not gonna go live there because it's so fucking expensive. Right
So
now, I
it's
can pay
cheaper
all
to get
my
a plane
bills.
ticket.
Yes.
than,
Yes.
than
It is
to,
cheaper to fly back and forth to
Absolutely.
LA than it is
Than
to
to live
live in
there.
fucking LA.
You're not lying.
That's a bit like London.
I lived in Miami.
So
bro.
ready to move
I
out of
know
here.
exactly. I agree. I lived in Miami, and it's just as bad as LA. Okay,
I live in Long Beach right now, and I'm ready to get the fuck out.
Well,
I live in the Midwest because I'm smart.
Yeah, but they are.
I live
like
in the
brain
South
dead
Wales
cities.
valleys because I'm poor.
I live in the third world.
All
right, let's continue.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. So yeah,
I live
they
in
gotta
Southeast
justify it.
Asia. What the fuck?
fair
I
enough.
live in Riceland.
Yeah, baby.
James
It's nice
Opp
though
for
when
a
everyone's
5.
commenting on my hot Asian wife. So there's that.
James Opp for a 5. They were only allowed to review the first 2 chapters. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Wonder why that is. Levistro for a 5. As a female gamer, all these female gamers proved Fenji correct about men and women buy different games. This is why he's a sexist misogynist.
Well, he won in the end.
100%. Solon the Lich for a 50. China number 1.
China number 1. Sour Kai Baby's number 4.
It's very good, actually.
There you go.
Eric,
What is that currency? 50 ass. Was that 50 ass?
We was Kongs.
we was Kongs.
We was Kongs.
James Opp for a 5. Don't forget this woman that wrote the article also works for a DEI firm. Yeah, so I know Smash JT is he just released an article about that, and I'm sure he's going to release a video talking about it if you haven't already. So look forward to that. But the rabbit hole goes very deep with that particular writer. She hasn't been doing games journalism for very long, to my knowledge, and then she suddenly puts out this article, talks about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and then runs away and gets deleted from it. It's all very interesting to spin a narrative about women in gaming.
It's
Rogue,
always that.
for a 2. We can't get an updated RE5 with these scumbags. Yeah, isn't that
We don't
sad?
need an no, hold on, Rogue. We do not need an updated RE5. RE5 is awesome. Every Resident Evil update has been fucking dog shit. Just play the original. It holds up.
I
It's
knew
great.
it. He was going to go on a rant. He was going to go on a rant when I saw that.
I ain't playing Resident
Shut
Evil
the
1
fuck up,
with the
Mr. Brings
tank
up Rings of
controls.
Power 4 or 5 fucking times a stream. Here's the dealio.
Bro, when fucking
We're
Resident
such
Evil is
good
everything,
friends
you
on
would
this
mention it like
show.
20 fucking times. I held back on Rings of Power until it was screaming.
Bro.
Holding back the ring.
Resident Evil 1 with that tank controls, bro. Nostalgia goggles being what they are. Come on.
They did that deliberately
with
with
regular
tank controls,
controls is
and they've
nice.
preserved it till this day because they said that the tank controls gave you more fear because you instinctively have less innate control. You feel less in control of the game, so it makes you more
Yes,
scared.
I feel very fucking frustrated that the camera keeps fucking changing on me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't feel
They
fear.
did that.
I
They
felt
did that.
frustration. I was like, what the fuck is this game? As a kid, I was like, why are you guys enjoying this shit? I don't understand.
I remember,
Like,
was it
you
Shinji
hate it. You
Mikami?
just don't understand, bro. You weren't there, man.
You just don't
Shinji
understand.
Mikami.
Okay? It's art when you walk down a hallway and halfway down the camera angle changes and you're running into a wall.
I don't know.
Good art.
Shinji Mikami literally said that they wanted to make sure that they preserve that in any remake that they do of that game because it makes you feel so fucking out of control, which makes you feel less like you can
completely
react
agree
properly.
in every way.
And I
I
think
couldn't
it's
play
true.
that
It
game.
frustrates the shit out of me too, but I wouldn't change it because it makes the game more scary.
It makes me want to throw my controller at a wall.
Yeah, I didn't play
Yeah,
Resident
I
Evil
know.
until Resident Evil 4 because I couldn't do the
under 3
controls.
hours with just a knife on the hardest difficulty. Skill issue, you fucking noob.
No, I played this game so many times I can play it blindfolded. That means that I'm really good at that. Congratulations.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does. If you can do something blindfolded, you are very good at
Every fucking
it.
gamer has a game that they play a ton that people go, I don't like this game. They go, well, I could play this game blindfolded with the controller at my asshole.
And Resident Evil is that series.
The controller in the
make the bad
asshole is
controls
very
good.
accurate for Leon. 100%.
I played games
Only
with
a
tank
bad workman.
We need Epic Mike on here often. He's a good
Bro,
counter to
I'm
Leon's
just saying,
gaminess.
I played
Thank
game
God.
with tank controls.
would
Okay,
take that.
I got blisters on my fingers from the Nintendo 64 controller. It's a shitty controller,
It's
but I still love playing it.
I'll give you
Okay,
that.
like that's the thing. But there are people to this day that'll be like, "No, N64 was peak gaming,
Holy
bro.
shit, he made
that
Leon
controller
shut up."
was so good." Okay, that controller was so fucking good, brother. I'm telling you right now, man. They don't do that like they do. I'm like, shut
try
the
to
fuck
play
up,
it now.
bro. Okay.
I
Just because
objectively
I,
think
just because I have my fucking childhood is attached to it doesn't mean that gaming isn't in a better spot because the camera fucking follows me around correctly. You can make, there are scary fucking. Listen, I
Wow,
played
Leon's
fucking Dead
quiet
Space
right now.
I played fucking
made
Dead
him
Space,
shut up.
and
It's
the game is
amazing.
scary as shit. And you know what Dead Space doesn't do every 5 seconds? Spin the camera in a different fucking direction. I was scared, and you know why I was scared? Because of the fucking atmosphere. Imagine if I made a Resident Evil movie like the fucking game. It's literally the camera's following the actor, and then the camera just goes, and the camera just fucking goes to the side, and the
Ryan,
actor can't
what the
see
fuck are you doing?
You don't know the actor's gone.
Just like in a movie, Mike. First of all,
You
I
don't
was
know-
silent because when someone is correct, I'll agree with them. When someone's correct, I'll agree with them.
No,
You were
no.
100%
Now all of a sudden you
correct
don't know
about
where the fucking
controller.
you can't follow the actor anymore because the camera switched up on you all of a sudden. And they go, "Isn't that spooky?" I'm going, "No, it's not spooky. I don't know what the fuck's happening anymore." Okay.
Yeah, you don't know what's around the next corner. That's where the horror comes from, Mike.
You know why? You know what else prevents you from knowing what's around the next corner? Not showing you what's around the next fucking corner. Level design, buddy. Listen,
But if you could
I just got
rotate
done.
the camera like you can
I
in
just got
modern
done
games.
playing. I've played games that are scary as fuck. I played the original Alone in the Dark on fucking DOS. Okay, that game has some scary fucking moments, but the controls are fucking awful.
I was just gonna hang back.
The Dark also had 3 fixed camera angles.
Oh
And
god.
I said
record,
the
I
camera
actually
angles-
agree with Mark.
1 hour.
Grab that popcorn.
50 minutes.
We gonna have some fun watching these
If I
two
don't break
argue.
you guys up, shit.
I'm just saying, dude, enjoy it.
You want to
all
be able
want.
to see around the corner? Shit.
I actually agree with Mike. I was just pointing
I
out.
agree with
100%
Mike too.
agree,
Leon's
Mike.
fucking gay.
Yeah. I was just
And
I
just
got
this
a
is my
clip
last
for that.
point.
Hold on.
Nigga, you gay.
On scary shit. Has anybody have how many people have played Arkham Knight here?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
I
yes.
played
Do you
Shadow
guys
of
remember
Mordor and War,
when you're-
which use the same mechanics.
So you're fucking Batman and you're scaling the fucking rooftops, and all of a sudden Man-Bat shows the fuck up on top of the roof and scares the shit out of you. You know what they didn't have to do? Fucking change the camera angle all of a sudden on you while you're fucking swinging through the city. Imagine
Arkham
all of a sudden
Asylum,
there's
Killer Croc with Killer Croc,
Killer
same
fucking
thing.
Croc, bro. He's just in the
Yeah.
water. You know he's down
Yeah.
there and you're scared.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's called fucking atmosphere.
I'm
all
about to
right?
write a
Yes.
fucking 8-hour video essay just titled "A Response to Epic Mike." Like,
So, yeah, might as well just start fake beef.
Rogue got their $2 well spent.
Way more.
We are
Forgot that was
surplus
Super Chat.
requirement.
Holy
here.
shit. Infinite
He's like, I
Ryu
give-
for a 5. They hate the fact that East Asia can represent European culture much more authentically than they can. Japan hurt them and they are out for blood.
Yep.
That's because East Asia does it accurately.
They don't
Yeah,
like
gotta
Asia,
put it in
period, bro.
propaganda.
They just don't. They don't
They
like
just
anything
don't.
that comes out
Because they
from
prove
the East.
everything that they believe wrong.
They prove
Yeah.
every
Is he-
lie they say wrong.
Is he
Oh, we
recording that
can't.
video already? Look, he's recording the video already. He started his 8-hour response to Epic
He's
Mike.
writing right now.
He's
No,
even
he's
he's even doing
Mike's a
hand
piece of
gestures.
shit. Let me explain why.
Is he actually doing
Let
that?
Let me
No,
explain.
no,
We gotta
no,
go
no,
back
no.
to the
Oh,
90s.
He's working.
Leon works technically.
Yeah,
during
he does
Saturday
late night
Night
customer
I
service.
still think it's fucking funny though. 'Cause
Yeah.
he turns around, he's like,
Hello, you're
I thought he was doing
He's
that
even
too.
doing the NPC hand expressions
Hondo,
too.
Hondo's telling him like, say this, say that, say this.
From like
right?
that Sonic game.
Hello, you're welcome
No,
to
Resident Evil
Mordor.
game's
Let me
great.
tell you, you're having problem with
Really
getting
quick,
power.
really quick. The whole
wait
Eastern
like
thing.
this. I heard my name a whole lot.
No, you're fine. The Eastern thing. They don't like it because every lie that they tell is easily disproven by what the East does, right? So one of the biggest
Right.
lies they tell you is, oh, we don't have the capability. It's harder to do female faces than it is to do male faces. Okay, so why is the East making it so easy to make beautiful characters? Oh, but and they just come up with all these excuses, and it's ridiculous. They also try to say, oh, you need diversity, equity, and inclusion to have a successful game. You need to be able to try to reach as many players and gamers as possible. So that's why we do things purposely the way that we do them. And then you have the East over here making every single character the way they've been doing it for I don't know how many years now and succeeding almost every single time. It's like, you guys are full of shit.
Asia's based.
James up for a 5. Kotaku dropped from 50 million visits a month ago to around 10 million in 5 months.
Damn, James.
I'm
Hart,
sorry,
we're
50
streaming
million a
later.
month in general.
Come and see us.
Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, I think they're less than 10 million now. I think they're about 8, if I'm not mistaken, the last time. Smash JT brought up
to
those
be
numbers
fair,
one time.
A solid 500,000 of those are just us, YouTubers.
It's us, yeah.
Clicking on them.
100%.
Research.
Well, no, half of
Saving
those 50
PNGs of the
million.
logo.
You guys got to remember what happened 5 months ago. What happened like 4 or 5 months ago? It was Alyssa Mercante's article. Yeah. That's the reason why they got to 50 million hits. That's the only reason, because after that, they completely fucking tanked. So everybody went to that website for that particular article, but they don't do that anymore because people can't stand her. They just use a fucking archive link.
Yeah.
So, Joshua Clark for 199. Need that Kotaku rig so I can run Oregon Trail. That's hilarious.
Now the music's playing in my head.
Joker's Disciple for a 10. It's because dumb wokies thought a game being called Black Myth was going to be about black culture. Also, if you chat white, it's okay, but you can't lowercase black if it's next to other words or symbols.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
They
yeah.
always capitalize it. Yeah.
Where are we at? Joshua Clark for 499. As an old Star Trek fan, I have to hold my nose with some of the woke nonsense in New Trek. I do, however, enjoy some of the new shows, though.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
A lot of new Trek is garbage, but I mean, there's
Everything, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
yeah, I mean,
Fair.
they kind of, but remember, like with Picard season 3, I know some people hated it. I think it was a lot better than anything that we've gotten recently. Remember they fired the showrunner and he fired all the writers in order to even get that season to look like it did. And they also retconned a shit ton of stuff from previous shows with that. I don't know, man. The only way to do it is to find fans that actually want to make the shit. So.
What?
Just replace it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
John Andrew for a 10. All my classmates at my 48th high school reunion look younger than Ryan.
You know they were. You know what they? Oh my god, I gotta find the name again.
Bad
but,
ending, Trevor Phillips there.
No, dude. Oh, somebody in the last stream said that Ryan reminds them of Peter Sutcliffe.
That's fucked up.
Somebody really said that, like the
Damn.
serial killer called the Ripper in the 80s from Britain. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
John Andrew for a 5. Where's Atreus taking breakdancing lessons from that Aussie Olympian ray gun again? Oh my god.
No, he's probably clapping those cheeks.
Probably trying to find
Atreus for a second stream in a row is choosing ass over hanging out with us. Think about that,
as
man.
usual.
Think about that. It's amazing.
2-year anniversary.
He missed a 2-year anniversary stream. Wow. Needless to say, I was gonna go a little easy on him because apparently he's been saying I'm tearing apart his asshole or something along those lines. Whatever he was saying in his videos. Yeah, he's been saying some weird shit.
A lot of tearing.
Damn.
Because I'm passing him in subs so quickly, but now I'm just gonna it's gonna be ugly. I'm gonna go even faster. Where we at? John Andrew for a 10. Usually don't comment on guests, but when did Colin Kaepernick get into gaming?
I won't lie. Yeah, he's
That's
got a
pretty
point
fair.
there.
That's pretty funny.
I was
That's
trying to
pretty funny.
ignore it, bro, but
That was funny.
You got it, man.
I think he copied my hair.
Damn, got him.
Ooh.
I think Epic Mike is the originator for sure.
Got him.
Follow-up question: did you get a cut from the team in Madden? Nice.
Yeah.
Bro, okay.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, just so you're aware, John Andrew constantly goes after Atreus. So you're the Atreus now, I guess, in today's
Yeah,
stream.
he was like, "Hey, there's another black on stream. Time to."
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's go." Yeah.
Oh, we got
He's
another
like,
black
"Hey,
one up.
Homie,
All right.
get my racism gun off the
There's
wall.
another one. What you
There's
doing
another
on the
guy
neighborhood?
stream. He looks black enough to me.
Yeah.
Got all the poker hair.
Mike
You
is
belong in
one
this
of the
neighborhood.
Mike is one of the good ones. Mike is one of the good ones.
No, I'm not.
I want to hear that from you.
I was just like, no,
I just want to tell you, Susie, this one is
Who's
a good
black-
boy.
folks. In all seriousness, who looks blacker, Mike or Gooch? Be honest.
What?
Who
The
looks
hair?
blacker? No, in face.
What the fuck?
What do you mean in fucking hair? I mean in
Bye,
face.
bitch.
I didn't say hair.
Ryan, what the
Yeah.
hell? Mike looks employed.
Oh. Save that one.
I mean, technically, I'm not though. I mean, I'm like self-employed, I guess.
Like
To me, Gooch
Like a
looks
true
blacker
boss.
than Mike. Okay, to me, he looks blacker.
Sure.
Let's continue.
Okay.
He looks so confused. He's like, what the fuck?
Need
did
that
he
clip
just-
with the girl.
Gooch is usually either flabbergasted or confused at whatever Ryan says. It's normal.
John Andrew for a 5. Here's a fin so that Leona can get her hair did, or at the very least washed.
I mean, kind of late
Okay,
because
that was
Leona
totally
just
okay
brushed his
until that
hair.
last bit. What the fuck? All right, this shit is magnanimous.
I'm gonna be honest. That's the first time I've ever seen his background up close. What's up with the Sonichu stuff? You got
Sonichu.
It's not Sonichu, thank you. I've got fucking standards. I'm the only
there's a
Sonic.
Why
Why
do
do you have the trans colors? You have the trans colors.
I respect the Sonic memorabilia, but you cannot fucking lie to me and tell me there is not a pile of Sonic fan art sitting right down next on your floor. Behind that shelf.
The internet has fucking ruined Sonic, okay? Goddamn.
If there is straight up
Some
like if he
fucking
reached down on the
Tumblr
ground,
pregnancy art.
he'd pull up a pregnant Sonic picture and he would be like, "Sorry guys, it's art, okay? It's tasteful."
He's like, I'm a
found it on
curator of
Tumblr.
Sonic history.
Oh my god.
She's a nurturing mother, okay?
Zay Bay for 19.99 says, I've never played OG Resident Evil 2 and 3, so I agree with Leon that the remakes of subpar. I do think one should get an over-the-shoulder remake because most modern games won't touch the old one. I want Code Veronica remade instead of 5/6.
I'd play that if
Let me explain calmly why that is a bad want. Code Veronica.
wrong.
He said calmly.
No,
Dang.
Code Veronica goes very hard on making fun of my kind of trans people. So if they remade, and it's a core part of the story. If they remade it, they would axe that completely, and quite literally the story would fall apart. Code Veronica can never be remade. As far as Resident Evil 1 goes, the remake of Resident Evil 1, buy it on Steam. You can use modern controls, not tank controls, and it's quite literally the benchmark for remakes.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Where are we at? Jokic Disciple for a 5. Me and Leon can be real life interstellar cry meme if they make a good MA rated show with a good budget and actors and script about Outbreak 1 and 2.
That
Crying
would be
face.
a dream. So many Resident Evil fans in the chat. I dig it.
We do have a lot of Resident Evil fans. Atreus is black privilege for a 5. Leon is my butler in the year 2030. Had him cut his hair.
Atreus black privilege? Somebody really wants to be effort.
How can Atreus afford to donate $5?
You're
This
right.
is-
Especially
I'll-
paying
I'll-
for
an
all them
imposter.
fucking-
Atreus, I'll
You know
be
it's
your
an
butler,
imposter.
but I ain't putting
It's the
motion
Black
on
Lives
your
Matter
ashy
money.
elbows, bro.
That's Black Lives Matter money right there.
You said black cash over your elbow?
That's a lot of money. Buying houses in white neighborhoods. What a best way to help the black community. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah.
All right. I think we're finally caught up. Holy shit.
What was the next topic?
I don't know. I don't remember. After all the
Sweet Baby
chaos.
Inc. or something?
Bunkai Star Rail, right? Is that what we were doing?
I have no idea.
Or Sweet
Hold on,
Baby
I'll read the.
You know what? Let's react to this, bro. Really quick. This will be a short
What?
topic. I don't want to stay on this too long. Where is it at? Let's bring up the clip right here.
Yeah.
Let's react to the introduction of Cyrax.
Oh god.
The Cyrax?
Who isn't actually Cyrax. Like I'm still
this
waiting
is
for them to
Mortal
show a
Kombat.
trailer of actual Cyrax. But according to Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns, they are going to be releasing Cyrax. They released a gameplay and story trailer, I'm sorry, launching September 24th. So this is Cyrax. Let's play this right here. Hopefully we don't get copyrighted, man.
It's a
I
game
actually
trailer, I
haven't
don't
watched
think
this yet. I literally just saw a clip of the non-Cyrax and I just reposted it. I wanted to save the reaction for the stream. Apparently they did the typical Wakanda accent for whatever reason.
They did.
Always.
I don't really know.
Wakanda.
I don't know why every time they make a black character, they always have to sound like they're from Wakanda. I have no idea why.
Because they legitimately
black,
think
y'all.
that
They're black,
that adds to their blackness. That's not even
I
the
would
joke.
like to tell you that I am from
They
Wakanda.
legitimately think that braided hair shit and the talking with the Wakandan accent is how black, like that is restoring blackness
That's
to
black
people.
culture. Yeah.
Even
Is that
though
that's
like the
embracing black
concept,
culture.
yeah, even though the concept of like hair threads, hair dread, sorry, has been around for thousands of years, it has been used by every single culture,
Yes.
both black and non-black.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
let's just completely ignore that fact.
That shit doesn't matter to them at all because they can't do it with their hair. That's why they're like, hey, there must be a black people thing. Like
There must be because
All right, well let's find out. Let's see what's happening here. Let's play this.
Oh God. Okay.
Music so far. Nice and tribal.
Where are you?
Oh,
Where are you?
Wait.
Literally the first three
It's
words.
a chick.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a chick.
That's the point.
Put a
That's
chick
why
in
I
it and
said,
made
where
it
is
gay.
Cyrax?
Put a chick in it. Make it lemon gay.
It's funny
Weird.
because part of it is because Cyrax had the like kind of dread looking things that I think were just like chords actually.
It's so ironic.
And they were like, no, so it has to be black.
It's so
definitely-
ironic. The first words out of her mouth is like, "Where are you?" And I'm thinking the
Where
same thing.
are you?
Where's
Yeah.
Cyrax?
Yeah.
Where
Why
are
are you gay?
Why are you
Are
gay?
you going to find Cyrax?
Where? Let's continue.
Someone edit that. Why are you running?
Why are you running?
There are rules.
Bro,
There are rules. Let's
That's
roll our
insane.
I really okay. I can't. So the first thing I was gonna say was I really feel like this
She's
is a
looking for her father.
This is a non-black person. This is a non-black person trying really hard to do the accent. But
It's some liberal fat
know-
white woman who's like, oh my god, I get to play black.
no, it's not. We know it's not a white person. They'll never do that. This is a black person over accenturizing. I guess they're going
Yeah.
so hard to try
Oh,
to
God.
hurl the R's or something like that. Like they're going unbelievably hard.
Steve is vicious. He said she's looking for her father.
It's like why can't you just? Is that another female? It's like why can't you just talk
Yeah.
fucking natural, bro?
Yeah.
Like, just
You know
talk
what?
natural.
You guys want to hear something really wild? I have to keep it super vague here. Let's
Oh,
not
here we go.
reveal anything about them. But I know
Okay.
somebody who works in the video game industry, and they were developing a game that had the character was originally white, and then a consulting firm stepped in and they changed the main character from white to black, and the person that was doing the voice work for one of the games was black themselves, and that consulting firm got them fired because they felt like they didn't sound black enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can
So they
wow.
fired a
believe
black
that.
person. They bring in a black person who didn't have nearly as much experience and wasn't nearly as good of a voice actor
That
or
sounded
anything like
blacko.
that.
Yep. I totally believe that.
But aren't they the first ones who say that you are racist and perpetuating stereotypes if you try to say something sounds black?
Yes.
Yes.
This image
Yeah.
right here where you pause on the trailer makes me believe that they're turning these characters into an acolyte situation.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remind.
Well,
Why
let's
you remind me that shit,
Bro,
Joe?
this looks
Find out.
like
It looks like it.
garbage.
Yeah, it does look like it.
They gather at the Wuxi for his wedding.
Attack his wedding. We
The
may
power
win
of
the
one.
battle,
He's
but
with
finally
power of
lose
two.
the war.
Tech is with
The
you.
power of
Stop
many.
eating my sesame cake.
Fear, then respect.
Yeah, see? That's so retarded.
Oh yeah, that guy's soul.
Hey,
Yeah, you're right.
Black people killing
What,
Asians. I'm glad to see it again. This is great.
Yeah,
Are they
there
playing?
we
Are they
go.
playing? Did they just switch to rap music
Asian
all
hate
of a sudden?
nonstop.
I don't know.
no,
I can't
they
hear
just
it
switched
because
to-
Dragon Slayer's, a fucking hyena. Let me see.
Oh,
But-
shut up.
Nah.
No, it's just a
Oh, I thought
drum.
they switched it
drum
over
bit.
to okay.
Red wedding.
What?
Season 3, episode 9.
What?
What?
Hold on, did they just reference Game of Thrones in
Yeah, they
Mortal
did.
Kombat?
Yeah.
What the
they did.
fuck are we doing, bro?
They did.
Season 3, episode 9. Hold on.
To be fair,
The
Mortal
fuck are we
Kombat has become
doing?
the M-rated Smash Bros. They're throwing people like fucking Omni-Man in there and shit. Like that's what it is. Mortal Kombat isn't even
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat anymore.
It had
What
like
the fuck
Terminator,
are we doing,
RoboCop.
bro?
I'm honestly surprised they haven't race swapped Johnny Cage yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really.
I really am
Well, no,
surprised.
he'll
Or like
probably-
They
he
cast
has
him
to-
with Michael B. Jordan.
or
He
made
has to
smoke
come out
like
as
a
gay.
woman.
He has to come out as gay or something. Like that's the next
Yeah.
step. Yeah.
Definitely. Let's see. Continue.
Yeah, beat that white man's ass.
And the next one, they're going to turn Johnny
Well,
Cage
come
into a
to
drag queen.
How long have we known each other?
See? It's stolen the
ever
fucking
believe
chick from
You
Acolyte.
vanished without explanation.
Without explanation.
Explanation.
Without explanation.
Stop eating my sesame
Bro,
cake.
they
What
all
kind of
sound
timeline
the
is this
same.
supposed to be?
I'm gonna tell you straight
Wakanda
up.
forever.
Like,
Why
this
did
is
you
how
steal
you
my fried
know-
rice?
This is how you know when they ask you the question like, well, you don't know what the diversity consultants did. You have no idea.
Yes,
Let's
we
be
do.
real. Yes, we do, because it's always the same playbook, right? So if it's a female, it's her natural hair in some form of like fucking
Power
I don't know
Rangers,
braid or whatever.
Mortal Kombat.
If it's a male, it's the Killmonger hairstyle.
Yep.
We see this all the time. That's just in terms of looks, right?
Yeah.
Number two, it's always the Wakanda accent. It's never anything else, bro. I'm trying to remember the last black character that didn't have that accent.
Yeah.
In the
that's
last
fair.
like 2 years or so, I can't remember anybody aside from already established characters like Barrett or something from Final Fantasy. But even then, like every single black character sounds like they came out of Black Panther. Every single one, and it's because they have this thing, like Mike said, they have this thing where there has to be a certain level of whatever they think is blackness to be portrayed on screen, and it's usually with the same fucking hairstyle and the same fucking accent. It doesn't matter where they actually come from. They could be a fucking black character from the United States of America, and they still somehow sound like they're from Wakanda. It makes no sense.
Is it not hilarious that their idea of like peak black excellence and originality is Black Panther?
Yep.
Yep.
Which
well, I mean,
think if I remember, White Man wrote that.
Atreus, did a video reacting to other people getting interviewed about real locations in Africa.
Oh my god, that video was amazing. Might be the phrase
over half of them said Wakanda in a serious like they're being serious.
Said it was.
They actually said Wakanda, bro. That's kind of sad when you really think about it.
That shows the power of Stanley and old white.
It's a real fucking indictment on education, isn't it?
It really
fucked
is.
up that people actually don't know. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But let's keep watching this. Let's see.
Hand, my grandmaster gave me one.
You blame me for your actions?
Why did he sound constipated in that line? You blame me for your actions?
The female forms and everything. Like. Yeah, for those that don't know, that character's a fucking robot.
Hurry up and buy! And then she beat that Asian guy's ass. 'Cause
No, go ahead. Mike, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he was mad that she was loitering around his store, so she beat his ass.
You know what's amazing? The lefties or the wokies or whatever you want to call them, they are on Twitter right now defending this game, obviously. And what do you think is their excuse for this sex swap? What do you think the excuse?
It's just a game. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's fictional. It doesn't matter. And actually, they went one step above and they said, well, it's a robot, so it doesn't matter. A robot could be anything. And these are the same people who are currently melting down right now that a Monkey King game is not diverse enough, right? So they're never ideologically consistent because it's all about getting their way, right? It doesn't matter when they got their way, but it matters when they didn't get their way.
Yep,
so just keep
100%.
that in mind.
Jesus.
There's a super chat. Someone posted. It's fantastic.
I saw it. Jesus fucking Christ.
How much of her body was replaced so she can
I was
identify
wrong
as a
thinking
cyborg?
you worthy of that armor.
Good one, Steve.
Does that make them non-binary?
You are my instructor.
Non-binary
and my
AI.
commander. Don't confuse that.
the Acolyte.
My superior.
It is
Don't
the Acolyte.
confuse them.
The good and evil twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My speed and skill are beyond
It's
you.
gonna be the Asian dudes.
My speed and skill are beyond you. Wakanda forever.
Bro, this is crazy, bro.
Wakandality.
I would not.
I drank the purple
This
heart-shaped herb.
Shit.
I
Wakandality.
would not be surprised if she does the X on her chest, like when she wins a fight.
100%. That's
If
gonna
she
be
does
a
the
move.
X on her
please.
chest, bro, I would buy the game just for that. I'm
That's
not
probably gonna be like
do
a
it.
just for the
mentality
hilarity
move.
of it, bro.
Oh my God.
That's how I feel right now, bro.
Shit.
There it is.
That's how I feel. And again, they're the ones that'll try to be like, "Oh, you guys are so stereotypical when it comes to black people." It's like, no, we're not. We're not the ones making this shit. They're the ones.
like,
They're the ones putting
I
out
don't know a
this
single
thing.
black person that has a Wakandan accent.
I don't
at
either.
all.
Me neither.
It's kind of wild.
I don't know a
Fuck
single
is
black person who would have thought that this character in Mortal Kombat should have been turned into a black person.
I don't know a single black person.
Right, exactly.
This is crazy.
This is perfect.
You should have
This
put
is
Leon in
perfect.
a dress.
Why is
Yeah, I
it
was
so
gonna
perfectly
put
coiffed,
makeup
though?
on him and stuff, but I didn't.
Like
yet.
in this specific, like look at his hair there. Like, look how smooth and like silky it is there. Like,
That's
maybe
called
it's Maybelline.
that's called tilting his head at a specific
It
angle.
definitely is Maybelline.
It's Tresemme, thank you.
Oh, you're so fucking
Oh, so sorry.
Let's keep going. This is almost done. Although you
Dang.
notice that they're really trying to focus on her
On
versus
her
the
beating
white guy, right?
Johnny Cage's
like,
ass. Yeah.
the white guy. They really got to show that.
Okay, let's see this fatality.
This fatality is awful, bro.
And of course, they made her do the fatality on Johnny. Of course, they did.
Do the Wakanda.
Oh no, they even did the cringy
Damn,
pose
he didn't
instead.
do the X, man. Yeah, he missed opportunity.
Come on.
Missed opportunity. So
I-
yeah, Cyrax is not Cyrax, and they're gonna ask you a lot of money to buy this character, and yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Shout out to all the Mortal Kombat 1 fans. Hope you enjoy your
all 12.
That would be
your new
That'd
DLC.
be like if they made a Star Wars video game and C-3PO was a black chick. They're like, it's a robot. It doesn't matter.
Now, what
Do you
guys
imagine
care?
they put a
It's not real.
C-3PO in there?
Exactly. What do you care? It's not real. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so we can go make a game in Africa with a white lead? Whoa. We need to be actually, representative.
Oh, yeah.
We need
We need to be
yeah,
respectful
yeah.
of other, other
cultures.
Come on.
Yeah.
Netflix Cleopatra.
We're gonna
in a nutshell.
boycott you. We're gonna boycott you by playing your game nonstop. We're gonna get into that soon. Don't worry.
Can we make a game that's authentic to African culture, but they lose?
Yeah.
For a second.
We definitely can.
They lose
Where are
technology.
we at in super chats really quick? We got Dixon Cider for $4.99. Leon definitely has a Sonic furry costume in the closet.
There's no way that doesn't
exist. That's a fact.
Oh man, that's a fact.
John Andrew for a 5. Atreus is in quarantine for monkeypox. So is Brian.
Jesus.
But since nobody would ever touch him, no quarantine is necessary. Bro, how you do this for only $5? I feel like this statement is like $100 worth, bro. This is epic.
Yeah.
This is so epic, bro. You got roasted on $5. That's going far. $5 going well spent. Well spent.
roast.
Double brewski for 2. Trans Cyrax Ninja, please. I actually have a clip for that.
Ninja,
Where is
please.
that? Oh, here we go.
Nigga, please.
There we go.
There you go. There you
Oh
go.
man.
John
bitch.
Andrew for 2 says that thing looks like Whoopi Goldberg.
That was way too skinny to be Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh man.
I feel like Whoopi Goldberg, especially with like the shades that she wears a lot of the time, she would make like she would make a good crime boss in like Cyberpunk or something like that. Because
She
I've seen some
definitely would.
some
Just
ugly
shows up and
fucking
denies
creatures.
Auschwitz.
Like you know I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What?
I'm not.
I love this
No, we
comment.
mentioned the Holocaust for a second time.
Omega Supreme with
comments
cheese
are
for a
funny.
5. Peak Black Excellence,
I
a
love this
fascist
show.
ethno state created by Tutu.
sorry.
Oh no. That would be number 3.
That's literally what it is, too. It's
That
so
is
fucking
literally what
bad.
it is.
It is.
They
And again,
do control everything. I know
Oh
it.
god, here we go.
There was another video out there that I had saw in the Ethosphere YouTube where they were asking about the creation of Black Panther, and a lot of people genuinely believe that a black person made it.
100%.
They don't understand the history of it. They have no clue.
Yeah,
The
they
power
don't.
of one, the power of two, the
Power of
the
men.
Star of David.
We got
The
double
Star of
brewski for a 2. Diversity wins. Wakandality. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she just stands there and stares at him,
Wakandality.
and his white guilt makes his head pop.
He just cries.
Just
he cries and he just falls over and dies.
Wait, so oh man, I was thinking like
Makes him kneel.
I would cut off all my hair if Dragon Slayer
not mine.
never
That would be a good idea.
laughed.
No,
If Dragon Slayer never laughed again, I would cut off all my hair.
well, I guess your
It's
hair is
so
gonna have
fucking
to
annoying.
I guess your hair's gonna have to resist your head's sedition temptations then until then, because I'm gonna keep laughing.
Cut off
John
my
Andrew
hair.
for a 10. In all of the Alien movies, I don't recall any black people having an alien pop out of their chest. Where's the diversity there?
Who do you think the aliens are? They're black people. They're an allegory of black people.
I think there might
Oh,
have
God.
been one. I feel
mean,
like
the
maybe in
Necro-
Resurrection, but I
Xenomorph.
can't remember.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
No, it was one black person. Yeah, that got killed by yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah, I
It
think
was-
so.
Yeah, it was that one black guy. Yeah.
There's always one.
But there was
There's always
one at
one.
least. Kind of weird now you think about it.
Really quick news. Well, we're not going to cover this, but really quick news. Ubisoft has just fired 45 people.
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Wow.
Good job.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Celebrate this.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
Celebrate the end of these cunts. Oh God.
So you worked hard on this
Here's just
DEI
the
game, and now it's
delicious.
like time to get the fuck out. And they fired them from.
Why the
They actually fired him
stormtrooper?
from the San Francisco and North Carolina studios,
There you go. Ubisoft, we be hard.
and they worked
Hasta la
on.
fuck bye.
They worked on Ghost Recon, Far Cry, The Division, Rocksmith, and Assassin's Creed Nexus.
Down.
Telling
Isn't
you
that
right
a damn
now,
shame?
If you are a game developer, games are the next thing on the chopping block. If you're a game developer right now, you need to get the fuck out of whatever country your company you're working on. You need to
Oh
fucking
God,
save up your
Leon, what the
pennies.
hell?
I need to fully transition for the second for the 2-year
The
anniversary.
bird made
party.
this happen.
Yeah,
Look at
you
the bird
made-
whispering
You
at him.
upset the bird.
Look, it's like, yeah.
The bird is so. The bird is biting your hair.
Why the fuck
Get this
do you
shit off your
have-
head.
Live with this
I
motherfucker.
told you I need to fully transition for the 2-year anniversary.
Brian.
You're embarrassing Hondo.
Ryan is having a BTK episode. I think
Ryan's
he
having
triggered his
stroke.
serial killer tendencies.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
might,
now.
he might get the person he got stored in the basement now.
You guys
Thanks to
wonder
you.
how Ryan and Atreus got monkeypox?
I'm gonna be
Demonstration.
honest. I do think.
What? Now he's singing in Welsh.
No, he's singing in Welsh black magic. Yeah, it won't save you.
Look, it's already tough enough that he has to deal with a pair of trannies above him. Now he's got to deal with this one.
Oh,
Ryan, just start singing Erica.
He's been shaking nonstop.
I kind of just want Leon to really commit to the bit and fully start transitioning. Just to do it.
You made Ryan start shaking again.
Like just get breast implants and everything. Just fully go for it, man.
I mean, he did at one
Mike, you'll need
point.
to come on during one of my Leona streams.
Oh goodness, no.
Jesus.
I
All right, let's
have a
move on.
DSP situation.
What it is?
Let's
is
move
that
on.
Ryan, when his
Staying out
glasses
of
are
this.
foggy, he can't tell that Leon's not a woman, and that's the problem.
They shouldn't
bird.
exist. None of them should exist. None of them.
Jesse
Honk,
Darren
honk.
405. It's fiction. What does it matter? Mattered enough to change it though. If it doesn't matter, then act like it. Keep it original.
Yep.
Factual information, sir. Double Brewski for it too. I'm surprised MK1 didn't make Sonya Blade trans.
No.
No,
'cause,
so what they do is with the trans thing, what they do is they actually don't fully go with it. What they do is they say that it was always implied. It was always there. Like you actually didn't know it. Like they do that with the gay shit, right? They'll say, "Oh yeah, this character, it was always straight." Yeah, no, that's what you just thought of it. It was actually always implied. Here's some really fucking stretch context that we totally didn't make up in our mind to showcase that she was potentially, possibly, maybe somewhat gay.
In
at
this
some
one
point
fan
in
fiction
history.
that one of the creators said
Exactly.
was okay, there was one line that implied that they might have maybe thought of it one time.
Yeah, in this one line that the writer who initially made the character thought about but never actually put in the story, but wanted to say in an interview. Yeah, that basically makes it canon, bitch. So you gotta accept it.
I mean, if I can give a more grounded answer, I think the only reason they didn't make her trans is because they knew that if they did that, they would lose like 60%, no, 95% of their audience in a flash. Like you don't mess with that. Just saying.
Well, I don't know about that, man, because when it comes to fighting games, people are just so diehard. Like they want to talk shit. They want to fucking, I don't know. I don't know if that'll make people leave like that. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but
if Mortal Kombat does want to be more realistic, they should make all their female characters trans and they just beat the shit out of each other.
exactly. It's supposed to be a tournament, right? So
dying, yeah.
in modern day competitions,
Yeah.
in modern day competitions, men are winning all the female tournaments
Right.
anyways. So.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine they make it realistic. Yeah, and the first time like somebody goes up against a male character, it's twice their size. They just break their fucking arm and the fight's over.
Kano, the wig. Jacks with the wig.
They were missing a golden opportunity for Iman Khalif to be the next DLC fighter.
Hell yeah! Actually, if you
That's
want
that'll
to
be
be
perfect.
if you want to be like realistic to real life, what you would do is for every trans character in the game, they
Yeah.
only get to experience 40% of the story before they die canonically.
Yeah.
Hypno, I think you should make a game called Bigot Boxing. It'll just be your
Bigot
version
Boxing.
of Smash.
That'd be cool.
Alyssa Mercante is like the opposite.
Yeah, we'll just put all of them in it.
I wouldn't
Oh my
bother putting
God.
her in the game. She's too weird. You know the word that they like to use.
She is.
Weird.
Uh,
So
is
she's
that the
in
last
love with
one?
you. I don't know why you haven't just fully acknowledged it.
Atreus is
thinks-
thirsty
I keep
for that
telling
about
Smash
you all the
JT
time.
he needs to stick to his name and smash for the team. Please, for the love of God.
bro, it's gonna be you. She's gonna show up.
If,
and-
if,
she's
no,
gonna
if
show
you and
up one
Smash
day.
double team Alyssa, I'll commit to the bit and fully transition.
I'm good. I'm good.
One day,
Nothing's
Hypnotic's gonna
worth
be
that.
sitting in like
Nothing's
dressing
worth
up.
that.
You made Ryan sick again. No.
One bad fuck and you'll destroy your body. Jesus Christ, that's
Yeah,
commitment.
no thanks. No
Jeez,
thanks.
Yeah.
no.
One day, Hypnotic's gonna be sitting at a restaurant eating, and she's gonna sit down at the table across from him and propose. She'll be like, "How did you find me? First
Oh,
of
God.
all,
How did you afford a ring
He's
on
like,
your
"Oh, I know where you live."
salary? Second of all,
Monkey
She's like, I've been
Pox, the movie.
yeah."
No, it would be more likely she would try to get Johnny Boy to sit next to me or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "You really want to do this, bro? Okay,
Well,
let's do it."
What
Okay.
a pussy.
I really want to box her. She sent out the call. I really want to box her.
I mean, technically, you're only one dress away from being able to do so.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Doesn't really
I'll
take
just
much.
I'll borrow Leon's wig and I'll just fuck her up.
Yeah, down.
Kano
It's
in
illegal.
drag can finally defeat Sonya Blade.
I don't know if I have a wig cap big enough for your hair, bro.
We're not wearing a wig cap. What are you talking about, bro? I'm just gonna throw it on over my fro.
Now, that would be
Put some lipstick
amazing.
on
That
your
would
nose,
be
bro.
fucking
Let's do
hilarious.
this.
That
I
could
mean,
be
you
your
could just
tier
dye
goal.
your fro
That
pink.
could
You
be
not
your
even
know?
super
trying.
chat goal. Let's make that Mike's super chat goal.
I gotta buy a wig. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Mike,
there's
you could
three.
just dye your hair pink, and you know,
Yeah.
Mike's tier 1 goal will be to wear the trans pink wig.
Listen, you
Over
have been
his-
waiting
over
for
his
this
fro.
moment for so long. I
Chat,
still to this
let's make
day
it happen.
brag to everybody about them fucking cat ears. You were like, I'm never gonna do that. That's never gonna happen. I'm not wearing any cat ears. I'm like, all right, bro, whatever you say, man. Do your
Chat.
thing. And now look at it.
Chat, I think that needs to be the tier 1 goal for Mike. So you can let him know in the chat if you agree or not.
Listen,
But
hey,
I think that's a thing.
if they want it, they'll get it. All right. But
There you go.
you've been waiting for this moment. You finally found your opening. And I respect the
yeah.
hell out of it. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
You've been waiting, man. You just patiently, he's like, all right, one of these fucking days, I'm gonna find him. He's gonna slip up and I'm gonna get the chat to turn on him like this. I'm gonna get
Hell
some
yeah.
ridiculous ass goal. You make me wear these fucking cat ears for money, huh? Breaking records, making all this money on YouTube. Gotta wear cat ears. Yeah.
Life
I
is
wear a
tough.
wig. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Life's
Yeah,
definitely
like,
tough.
I don't like. I wear what fuck. I would have
Life's
worn a
tough.
wig for free. Yeah.
I
Chat
just,
loves it, man.
I just
Yeah,
can't
I'm
look
all
at
about it, bro.
words. I can't look at them.
Let's talk about well actually hold on really quick. Levistro for a 5. Of you think what the fuck? Of you thick one bad fuck and Leon transitions is
oh,
bad.
he's saying. I think he was trying to say, "Oh, you think," but he
Oh, you
screwed
think-
up. Type,
Yeah,
or maybe he's
remember
drunk.
Leon
Levistro, are
can
you
vote.
drunk?
God help us all when Leon votes in November. Oh shit.
He's typing with his left hand as he's looking at Liam.
Oh yeah.
Levistro,
Yeah, I'm
please
gonna write
don't
in
put a
Ron Paul.
super chat letting us know.
I'm gonna write in when I vote Ron Paul because
I
2A
just
is
said
super important to me. I just
Fucking
said
Ron
it.
Paul.
Damn it! I'm sorry. The wig is covering my ears. It's
No,
hard to
that was
hear.
funny. It was like so close timing.
All right. Let's talk about this. Man. Let's talk about the Hoyoverse boycott because honestly, this is hilarious. This is one of the worst boycotts I've ever seen in human history. The only one that outdoes this one, I think, was Hogwarts Legacy, probably. So, just for some context for people who maybe don't know, there is a boycott currently happening over the last month or so against Genshin Impact because they came out with characters called the Natlin race, or something like that. They were based on or inspired by indigenous cultures. That's what they said, right? So, but unfortunately, once you say things like that and based on or inspired by or whatever, when wokies get their hands on it, they mean that literally means that that's them, right? So that means that you are actually putting indigenous real people into the game. So if they're not dark skinned enough, they lose their mind. So apparently, they are upset because the Natlin characters aren't black enough or dark skinned enough. And they've been trying to boycott Hoyoverse. Now, just for some clarity, really quick, Hoyoverse has gained over the last month 10% in revenue compared to last the last month. So the boycott has gained them 10% more money. And on top of that, too, they if you look at the do's and don'ts for the boycott, which I don't think is in this article, one of the things they tell you to do is to keep playing the game. So their idea of a boycott is to keep playing the game. Needless to say, I think that Hoyoverse is definitely going to learn their lesson really hard, I'm sure, if you keep playing their game that you say you're going to boycott. So it's been a massive failure. One of the biggest. So the first L for this was obviously they got told to fuck off. One person sent a complaint to Hoyoverse, and they simply replied with, "Please keep in mind and remember that the game is fictional and not based on any real people or entities." So that was a massive L. They melt down about that. And then the second L was Hoyoverse making 10% more money after the boycott. So that clearly was an L. And then the third L was a voice actor just recently got fired. Courtney Lynn just recently got fired for her activism, his activism. I don't know if it's a he, she, whatever. Their activism. They got fired from Hoyoverse, and all the wokies melted down because one of the people that was supposed to be on their side from the inside got fired. So now that you're all caught up, there is another voice actor who I spoke about yesterday, Valeria Rodriguez, which I didn't look into it. Is this a trans person? Because they use male pronouns in this article.
I didn't look into it either.
Is that the voice actor that got fired?
No,
this
so
is the voice
Valeria
actor that's
Rodriguez
angry
was not-
about one of them getting fired.
Yeah,
Okay,
so Courtney Lynn is the one that got fired, which technically they've not stated that it was for the boycotts, but let's be real, that's what it was for. There's nothing else that would have really caused them to get fired. A lot of people were trying to be like, "Oh, it was the writer, the voice actor strike." Well, these games don't actually use SAG-AFTRA voice actors, so that's not what it was for. Also, the statements they made were from before the voice actor strike. It's because they fucking advocated for the boycott. But Valeria Rodriguez comes out and starts just throwing a bitch fit, attacking fans, but has not actually supported the boycott, just been upset that Courtney Lynn was fired. This situation is so goddamn funny. It's possibly the most fun I've ever had recording a video.
It is hilarious, and it goes to show that they don't know how to boycott, because we knew that already with Hogwarts Legacy, and now they're just proving it again with Hoyoverse. Go ahead, Mike.
So I'm pretty sure that this is a woman, but they go by they, she, or he.
Yeah.
Because it's just better just to make shit up when you can.
Why not?
If you could check as many boxes as possible on the
Girl,
way down
I
the
feel
stairs.
ya.
Yeah, as you fall into oblivion, yeah, it's just better to just check all the boxes as you go down. But it's also just funny because like this whole boycott thing, like once again, we just talked about this, like Chinese company, they're not going to look at you and go, "Oh, we're going to boycott your game." They're going to be like, "Oh no, we should probably, kowtow to them." In fact, what they did was their like next banner was like a super popular character, and then like in like a month when their next big update goes live, they're like giving a bunch of people like a ton of free shit, and like the entire community is talking about how excited they are to keep playing this game and like get more into the game now because of all the updates and changes that they've made. These companies do not give a fuck at all. Like it's kind of wild. Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious that they don't. I mean, why would they? Right? They are making an ungodly amount of money, and this is why like the whole conspiracy or the mindset that I have about consultancy firms really trying to get their way into Asian games, Chinese games, I should say, not Asian. It's very clear that it's untapped potential. I mean, the amount of money that these companies make, they can easily afford to have a contract for like, I don't know, $1 million or something easily with a consultancy firm if it meant saving their image. But truthfully told, they don't give a fuck about their image, bro. They don't care about any of this woke shit. They don't give a fuck. You're angry we haven't put black characters in our Chinese game where we haven't put black characters in them for like, I don't know, fucking decades. Like at most they might put a little bit of a tanned character. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They've been doing this forever. Forever. They're not going to change. They're called communists for a fucking reason. You got communists on communist crime right now happening. And they're mad because one communist doesn't like
to see it.
Yeah, except one of them is lying about being a communist. They're just doing it for activism points on Twitter. And the other ones are actually fucking communists that do this for like every day. You're not going to bully Chinese developers into adding black characters. You might be able to get away with that in Japan with some of the studios, but you're not doing that with China. I highly doubt it. I
You
would love.
can't, you
I don't think
can't
even
bully
understand.
you can't bully a nation and its people that have literally gone through horrors that we in the West couldn't even imagine within our parents and grandparents' generation. What China
Yeah,
has
but they brought
gone
that on
through-
themselves, Ryan.
Yes,
I
I
don't
know
if
they
that's-
brought it on them. I know they brought it on themselves, words, and completely destroyed their culture in the 20th century. That's why they're willing to be based in their nature and protect their culture in the 21st century. And if you stand in their way, I think death's going to be the least of your problems, folks.
Did you guys just hear that? Ryan
What?
agreed with the tranny. Hi, Ryan.
Why don't you hang yourself?
From a lamppost, if possible.
Yeah, ideally.
Oh God,
It's actually pretty good.
Jesus Christ!
I gotta give it to him. That's
Give him
pretty
another
impressive.
year.
All right, yeah.
I think so. I think you're
You
right.
said give him another year, Wyatt.
I wonder
But,
if words will be here by the 3rd anniversary.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Jesus.
So ultimately, this boycott is a pretty huge fail. It is proof that for some reason the wokies just don't know how to boycott anything. They, God bless their soul, they try. They definitely try. But every time they boycott, we just make more money. It's insane. They're trying to do it. Black Myth Wukong.
That is true.
And, so really quick before we continue with this particular topic, what do you think Black Myth Wukong's going to sell? You think we're talking like millions of copies? Or we talking like some people are saying Hogwarts Legacy success. I don't believe that. I think Hogwarts Legacy was a combination of all the, like, it was the perfect storm, or the right IP, the right kind of game, single player experience, not that expensive, available multi-platform. I mean, it had everything under the sun going for it.
It
Whereas
won't
Black
do
Myth
Hogwarts Legacy
Wukong,
numbers, but it will outdo Stellar Blade.
it will outdo Stellar Blade. Yes, I do agree. I think this game is whatever it would have done. I think it's going to be increased probably by doubles simply because of the chaos around it.
Well, not only that, but the fact that it's multi-plat. People, like, there was 84,000 people that downloaded the Steam what's it called, where you could test the game.
The benchmark.
Yeah,
tool.
yeah, the benchmark. And now, granted, 84,000 people aren't going to be buying it because, there's going to be people who was like, oh, shit, it can't run on my rig, whatever. But the fact that 84,000 people downloaded it to see if they'd be able to even run it, that's indicative of on Steam alone, it crushing. Plus, you got it on PS4. I think, didn't they say they canned the Xbox port?
I don't know. I would have to look that up. I don't know.
I don't think this game is going to do super. I think it's going to be successful, but I don't know that it's going to do super crazy good because I don't know. I think some
it's
people don't even know what.
630,000 wish listed, Mike.
Dude, not that. Epic Mike, like Liza P was a fucking Souls-like indie game that came out of nowhere, and it sold buku bucks.
And part of that was the word of mouth, and it was also coming off the success of like Elden Ring, because it was like one of the only like it was a Souls game that was coming on the hype of, oh my god, like Elden Ring just did gangbusters. Like everybody's kind of on that hype train. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that I'm not excited because I want to play the shit out of that game. I definitely want to play it. I just don't know it's gonna do as well as we think it is. I also, isn't it coming? I thought it was coming to Game Pass for free, like day one or some shit like that. It might not be. Maybe it did get canceled, but I don't know. I think it's gonna do
I could
well,
be wrong.
but-
I heard they canned the Xbox version because there was flat out no interest from Xbox, like from the consumers on Xbox. The marketing or they did the market research and it just wasn't there.
Wow, that's mental.
For this kind of a game, really?
Again, if what I read was true, it's the fucking internet, so I don't want to swear to it.
No, it's coming out on Xbox.
Is it? Okay, I'm wrong.
Why are you running?
That's
Pretty good, man.
That's
it got
pretty
delayed.
good.
It got delayed until August 20th.
Oh,
but
okay,
it's
it got
coming out.
delayed. Gotcha.
Well, I think Black Myth Wukong will do extremely well, personally. I mean, it is a Chinese-made game. I don't know how big the Chinese gaming audience is. It's probably pretty big, and I think it'll do very well there, assuming they have consoles and PCs. But I think it will... Oh,
sorry.
They don't live in
Leon
fucking
was
mud
right.
huts
I
in
just-
Uganda. They've got
Well,
PCs in China.
Okay,
Of course they
so-
do, man.
So based on that
It is-
premise alone, I think it's going to sell millions upon millions just in the Chinese market alone. Based on that premise, In the West, it may not do as well, but think about it, folks. The entire Western world, that's Europe, the United States,
That's what I read.
Canada, that's like 800, 900 million people. People's Republic of China is well over 1 billion people. I know most of them are dirt poor and live in rice fields. But the point is that they're two massive markets, and I think this game will do extremely well because, well, it's got access to two extremely potent and massive markets. So there you go.
Also, I want to point out, IGN said something very interesting in their review. They said that it's been hyped up as a Souls-like, and that it is not, while it shares a few very common Souls mechanics, like the way you dodge and attack and whatnot, gameplay-wise, it's actually more similar to like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, that it's actually far more like action-heavy focused, fast-paced. It's more like that than it is Souls-like. So I don't know if there are going to be people to be disappointed when they get it in their hands and find that out. And that's, again, just going off what IGN is saying is true, so...
it's got 6,800 people playing Black Myth Wukong right now. All-time peak 85,000. So there you go.
Is that the benchmark though?
Yeah,
the benchmark is just the tool you download to see if your PC can run it.
All right.
Yeah, the game's not out yet.
But I just downloaded it during the stream to see if my shit.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was already out. Then I'm retarded. Then so
no, it comes out on Monday the 19th.
Yeah, and it was delayed indefinitely on Xbox because of optimization issues, specifically because it doesn't run on fucking Xbox One S or the Series S, which is like. No shit.
I mean, I'm not surprised. The game with this much detail. For me, I always thought, man, this shit looks good on PC, but I don't know about consoles. They can even run it like this.
I think one of the stupidest things you could have ever done, and I'm taking shots at Microsoft, is make a console that's significantly less powerful than one of your other consoles, and then try to make gaming companies develop one for two separate consoles. Like, what a stupid fucking.
You mean Microsoft made a bad gaming decision? Say it ain't so.
Out of how many again?
I tell you this: if Microsoft were as sharp with gaming as Valve was with Steam, my goodness, they would have completely dominated gaming. They
would have
in every
crushed
space.
Everyone. Yeah.
Considering Microsoft are well, I wouldn't say but maybe a great tech giant. I mean, Windows, for goodness sake. But everything beyond that, it's a complete flop, whether it's gaming or phones or anything that isn't a piece of software that was stolen from a talented person.
Yeah.
Apparently it's 120 gig download.
Yeah, optimization.
Bro, the benchmark tool, which is just a fucking cutscene, basically, to see if you can run it with 7 gigs.
Optimization, I think.
The fact that nearly 7,000 people are using it right now is pretty impressive, too.
I mean, optimization and installation times, I think those things need to be prioritized, as well as, improving the content of games, because I'm sick and fucking tired of waiting half a day for a game to install. I'm sick and tired of these
that's
massive
just your
games.
shitty internet, bro.
No. I don't want like a storage system that can only hold 5 or 10 games. This has been a big problem, I dare say, since the 7th generation of console gaming. Just waiting fucking hours upon hours for installation times. Even if you have...
That's because the consoles don't access anywhere near enough bandwidth to download things properly.
This is a big
PC
issue.
does
It
it
needs
way
to be
faster.
addressed. Why the hell do all these especially these newer games, have to be so fucking massive? 100 gig for a game?
So that they look good and play well.
Yeah, it's just the systems they use and
language systems. Great example: English, German, Chinese, all these different fucking language models, all these different characters, and all these different things. Yeah, do it each by each for each region.
You're not
So then
saving
you have
that
to
much memory, but that's just audio files. That's not actually that much.
Yeah, no,
like
it's
megabytes.
Well, tell
it's the
4K
files.
to go fuck itself. Then I want small.
Just get a better speed, right?
No!
I mean,
I'm
they're
poor. Even
Then stop complaining and do something about it, bitch.
You sound like a fucking Kotaku journalist right now.
Get a job.
He's our gaming journalist, man.
I was just going to say, how can Ryan even talk about any of these games? There's no way that he can afford to play any of them.
He is
reviews.
No,
he wants everything to run on his fucking tomato.
I'm poor.
Why you say it like that?
Black with Wukong won't play on my Game Boy Color. What's going on? This is bullshit.
I'm Welsh.
Yeah, my Game Boy Color.
For a moment, I thought you sounded like Mr. Krabs, Mike.
I can't afford a Game Boy Color.
Money.
That sounds like a you problem, man. Not
I'm
a
an old
problem.
man.
You and Elizabeth have a lot more in common than I thought.
I'm an old person.
Ryan's spirit animal are the grandparents from Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
You know, I
In
was
the bed.
good.
The
You know
bed
what I
that
didn't
walks in
do?
the-
Buy video games. That's why I'm
speaking-
permanently a year behind.
Let's go over this really quick since we're on the topic, and then we'll finish up.
It's just
Black
a
Myth
roast,
Wukong sounds like a pretty but repetitive and buggy action game.
This is the article
Reviews-
me and
The
Goose were talking
Kotaku
about
article,
earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Reviews
This
say
is
the
the one that's
PS5
just
game
a-
looks amazing, has cool bosses, but might be too easy. So Kotaku decided to skip reviewing the game themselves, and they decided to just put in a bunch of fucking links
React to other people's
to
reviews. Yeah.
everybody else's stuff. Did they make a video on this?
What a lazy bunch
No.
of fucks.
Bro, they've
How
been promoting
original.
fire.
Who the hell is
You
that?
know what's
dude?
amazing? They've been promoting
it's,
this video nonstop, and one of these people have been fired for like months. And that's the fucking Beetlejuice guy on the left.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah, he's one of them that
Beetlejuice
got
guy.
kicked out.
I would like to make
Damn,
an
bro.
announcement. I actually will be
What
taking
happened
his
to
job.
his fucking teeth, bro?
Nice.
His teeth are trying to escape his mouth, bro. Like, why are they all like the way they jutted out of his fucking jaw like that? Holy
They're
shit.
white. They want to run away.
Bro, when he gets tired, he can put his controller on him and watch. Like, holy shit, bro.
Jesus.
What the
Look, they
fuck?
couldn't even help
Damn.
themselves. They did the same exact thing. However, an IGN report in 2023 alleged that some top individuals at Game Science, the studio behind the game, had participated in awful online discussions about women and fostered a toxic culture at the studio. What does this have to do with any? Again, they all do the same exact shit. I guarantee you, when they say that, oh, our articles get proofread before they get posted out. Yeah, they get proofread by all the other fucking journalists that you are co-spiring with. You guys post what you're about to put out there on your Discord. You all copy and paste the same exact shit, make small little edits to pretend like it's yours, and then you put it out. You're all doing the same exact thing. And you know how you know that's true? Because they all did it in their second paragraph. If you read it, if you read every single article, they mention the sexism stuff in the second paragraph. That's how you know it's a copy and paste of everyone else's article.
You also
There's
know
no-
this
there's
because
nothing
that's
else.
what they
What's wrong
accuse
with the
everyone
guy's
else of doing.
fucking teeth? Okay?
Black
Why
and
are his
trans,
teeth so
black and
fucked
trans.
up, bro?
Move it back. Black
What
and
the fuck
trans.
is
Black
that?
and trans.
Bro,
black
look at
tranny
how
demon,
big its
black
fucking
and trans.
teeth are, bro.
Bro, his lips are wild. You
What
think
is
that
that?
I
is-
think his
I never-
lips aren't even that big. They're just getting pushed out by his teeth, bro.
horrifying.
First it
That's
was
amazing.
Mike
The one on the other side
Leon
of the
and
screen-
Resident Evil, and now it's this fucking pair of teeth.
And
No
like,
one's
he's
paying
wearing-
attention to the one on the other side because
Yeah,
Oh,
his-
I know, yeah. We just
Bro,
don't
look
give a
at-
shit
yeah.
anymore.
Well, we
That's probably
expect this
why.
creature. We expect this creature to be ugly. I mean, look at the shoulder
Yeah.
difference. This
I mean,
motherfucker's got
Damon's got
shoulders
that,
twice the size of
He's
this son
got
of a
bigger
bitch.
shoulders
What's
than the
up, bro?
black
You need
dude.
to-
he's got bigger shoulders than
You need
Hypnotic.
to borrow some testosterone from this guy and fucking put it in.
Yeah, the one on the right could play linebacker, man. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Huge shit, man. Got built-in pads and everything with them fake titties, bro. That's wild.
This is crazy shit, bro.
Bro, what
Yeah,
are
they
we
just
doing,
literally
man?
just link everybody else's.
God is a
That's
geek.
so
What?
crazy, bro.
That's a website. God is a geek.
Is it a website? Is that just the title
That's
of?
a website. No, PC
No,
Gamer.
you can't be.
He's
Yeah,
just
no.
making shit up at this point, you know?
RPG site. The 6 Axis.
Jesus Christ.
It is a
the
website.
Games
The
Radar.
Axis sounds like a neo-Nazi organization.
Probably is. Probably is.
You know, Ryan, you got a point there.
Yeah.
It does sound like a neo-Nazi.
Bro, this is a modern
Supercell.
audience woman if I've ever seen it.
Bro,
Definitely.
I'm still trying to figure out. Does that dude on the left have like a fucking like nose ring? 'Cause it looks like he's getting trapped in his mustache here because his
don't
lips are
know.
pushed up so high.
Well, his
What the
mustache
fuck?
is gigantic to hide the huge lip.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
it is. Like his lips are. Trust me, they actually are that big.
Man.
But then what happened to his fucking teeth?
Well, they probably had to grow to fill in the gap between
Yeah,
his
the
lip
Great
and his
Escape.
gums.
Mike.
Yeah,
The teeth are trying to
yeah,
escape.
they're like an inch thick, like because they're just trying to fill his mouth with something. So there's
Yeah.
just too much dead space in there.
His teeth, yeah, his
Fucking hell,
teeth,
bro.
His teeth were growing, and then he's like, "Oh shit, the lips are far outpacing us. We need to hurry up and catch up."
Also, can
Holy
we make fun of the
fuck.
fact that the one on the right is wearing a sweater vest just to show off his like tiny ass like
Fake titties,
boobs?
yeah.
He's like, I wore a tight sweater
Actually,
vest.
they're probably not fake. He's of the plus size origin, so.
Oh
Yeah, but like I'm
So
fat
they're
too,
just
and my
fat.
tits aren't that big. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
but-
bro, like there's something going on here, bro.
The guy on the left looks like a guy from one of the Fat Albert gang. He just like in live
Yeah.
action, like he's just
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Isn't the one on the right Carolyn Petit? Isn't that who that is?
No,
it's Willow Rowe.
It's another one.
The thing on the right should be a criminal offense. I think we
There's-
should all agree.
there's
on that.
multiple creatures.
That's a
Yeah,
Hall of Fame offensive lineman on the right.
Hall of Fame.
Sure as fuck
Yeah,
is.
like for real, like that bitch could tackle someone and put some hurt
Yeah.
down. Like, I'd
I'd be more
like,
scared of
if-
this
if-
creature than Johnny Boy.
Yeah, if you fucked up at Kotaku, that comes running down the hall at you full speed and like tackles you, you're done.
Well, no, they would trip on their high heels.
They're a Kotaku editor and the security.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's
Free
the thing that everybody-
security.
yeah, that's the thing that everybody forgets. Like deep down, there's a nature, a violent nature within them that will come out if you get pissed
Very
off enough. We
fucking
watched it. It's mayhem. Like you saw that,
Yeah.
you're like, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds
very
like
quick to
a
get
I
physical.
noticed when the whole like
You wanna
trans
keep
thing
calling
started
me a
becoming
dude?
popular, I was
That's
like,
testosterone for you.
I'll show you a man. Let's go.
Yeah, that one on the right is like crawls into the ring and says, "I'm Thunder Lips." Like
Thunder Lips.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
Well, you got
One on the right was how much better than
Bitch,
cheating the
Thunder
Olympics.
Lips is coming for your ass.
His Mortal Kombat fatalities, he just fucking bites you and
What
you die.
you gonna do?
Think
When
about how much
Thunder Lips
energy
runs wild on you.
it takes a lot of energy
Oh,
to pretend to be
yeah.
a female.
Yeah.
Like you're pretending to be, feminine and what it takes a lot of energy to do that. So
Oh,
all it
man.
takes is one negative comment. That's it. They get
is
My
they
thing
get
is too, if you're gonna dye your hair, like dye it like a fucking normal color. Why do you want to dye it some color like some crazy fucking bitch Karen with like only cats? Like that's the
Why
character-
gray? Wait, why gray? Makes you like why you want to look
That's
like
what I'm
you're
saying.
65?
You're standing
Like
out
if you're
even
gonna
more than you
emulate,
already
like be
do.
like if you're gonna emulate like a woman, just like dye your hair like blonde or like
Is that
fucking brown or
Susan
some shit.
Or
Wojcicki?
pink. Or pink.
No, not pink. That's the bird talking.
Unlikely, she's dead.
That's the bird
talking.
All right, guys. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Let me check super chats really quick. Let me see. Where are we at?
It bothers me how much Leon adjusts his wig too, because he's definitely.
I'm trying to make
concerned
sure
He's
the
into
wig cap
it.
doesn't show.
He's
Like, I'm
into
watching
it.
him, he's like this. He's like,
I'm trying to make sure the wig cap doesn't show because I commit.
Don't
Yeah, we
let
know.
him fool you. He's 100% into it.
Oh,
Would you
Committed
bang?
to looking like a woman.
Would you bang Asmund go for a 5? I'm a gay lefty, but I feel like a right-wing bigot inside. I need a fundraiser for my transition. Hi.
I'll just
Nice.
radicalize you with reality-based talking points.
just become a gay righty and then make your way through the rest of the way. That's
Right.
how you start.
Oh yeah. Omega Supreme W Cheese for a 2. Mad respect to the tranny for voting for Ron Paul.
Yeah, we need to vote for more corpses.
Omega Supreme W Cheese for a 5. I don't blame that chick for the she, they, he pronoun checkbox clicking. In California, I haven't been white on a job application in 15 years.
Smart.
Smart as fuck.
Real smart. Yeah.
That's smart.
I mean, YouTube thinks I'm a black trans female, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brings it up in the
Wait,
AI
I'm a
shit now.
non-binary Native American.
nice.
Yeah, they think I'm Jewish. That's how I get away with everything.
You
Which
are
just goes to
Jewish.
show,
You
since
act
we
Jewish.
all lied on our analytics, when YouTube releases those, we know it's all shit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I
Minor
didn't lie on
Zircon.
mine. I want him to push my channel.
Oh, fair. Minor Zircon for a 2. I gotta say, Cyrax has a sweet dump truck.
Yeah, it was pretty flat. I don't believe. I
No,
don't
it
think
wasn't
so.
big at all. What are you talking about?
No.
What?
I was kind of pissed at the lack of curves. Like if you're gonna commit to the bit, give her like a big fat ass, like in
No, they
huge,
can't
like,
do that.
Nice curves.
Yeah, she
and
was
shit
skinny.
like
No,
that,
because
bro.
black women
Give it-
can't have fat asses. Remember?
No, women in
give her
general.
that
That's
Simone Biles body, bro. Like, come on, like, give me
Simone
some.
She had like female
Great.
definition, but she didn't have like any ass.
Give
or
me them,
anything.
give me them thick, muscular thighs and shit. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
commit.
I'm
to
so
it.
glad Atreus isn't on the show because
Serena
last time
Williams.
Simone Biles got brought up, he flipped that shit. She's not even that hot. She's not even that thick. Her ass isn't that big. Like,
Wait,
me
who?
and Goose were looking at her. It's like bull fucking shit.
Wait, who?
Atreus likes white
Simone
women.
Biles.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds like a black dude that likes white women.
probably.
Atreus
I mean,
hates black women. Let's face it.
maybe light-skinned Latinas might be closer, but yeah.
Who doesn't, Ryan?
Yeah, everybody likes light-skinned Latinas. That's
I
fine.
like
Yeah.
PC.
Constantinius for a 2. Macho, ma'am, tranny, savage. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah, Macho Man Tranny Savage here. Oh yeah,
Snapping
my
into
tits are
Slim Jim.
huge. My tits are huge and my cock is twitching.
Ever
Let's
since I
go.
came out as a woman.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
Macho Man living in a world where like trans
I'm gonna
ideology
get
is a
you.
thing?
Thunderlips is
you
going for
something,
you.
brother.
Oh yeah.
I got my
Those
Slim
heels,
Jim.
I felt so sexy. Let's go, okay?
Well, he did. He
We're
did
gonna go
something.
in.
Slim Jim is what they called me in high school.
I
I'm
got
gonna
my
put my
Slim
hands all
Jim
over her.
removed for this. Yeah.
China doll
I'm gonna
comes in
get
the
you.
ring. She talks shit to me. I'm gonna give her the elbow.
He did die of a heart
I'm
attack.
gonna
It's
get
kind
you
of
the
scary how many
transition
people have
smash.
shades on like readily available.
Open wide.
I have shades because I get so tired. I get such major bags under my eyes. I have to hide them sometimes so people don't think I'm on drugs.
Nice.
I'm sorry. Okay, could you please show Sanguine's comment?
I just
real
usually
quick?
wear
It's
shades 'cause I'm on
John
drugs.
Andrew for a 5. Kaepernick lives matter.
I'm gonna make you call me ma'am.
John
Yeah.
Andrew for another 5. Y'all are turning Ryan on.
Oh, I don't even remember what it was,
Oh, God.
John.
That's
Well,
a disgusting thought. I don't want
Well,
to.
Pull up my
okay.
skirt and I'm gonna make you feel things you've never felt before.
oh
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna make
You're
you
gonna
call me
snap on
ma'am,
my
and I'm gonna
Slim
snap
Jim.
your Slim Jim, buddy.
Shit.
We gotta ban transgenderism, man. It's fucking terrifying. We gotta ban it everywhere.
Shit.
We gotta ban it. We have to criminalize being a tranny demon. We gotta.
Shit.
All right, guys, listen. This was an awesome 2-year anniversary stream, man. We had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Obviously, everybody is having a great time, I think, tonight. Let's do our outros. We got to get it out of here. We're going to go with Wyatt's Metal. Take it away, my good sir.
What's up, everybody? I'm Wyatt, and I'm metal, and I'm talking about metal stuff and make jokes. Come check out my channel. Again, congrats to Hypnotic for grinding for 2 years nonstop, blowing all of us out of the water. Awesome hanging out with Epic Mike. Ryan continuing to prove he's retarded. And that's it. See you all later.
Enjoy your monkey pox, Wyatt, while all the
Somebody
faggots
said,
fuck you in your shitty state.
Jesus.
You're not wrong about the
Jeez.
state.
That's
This is
just
why
not
he's not financially based.
Nigga, you gay.
JW
keep the
says
lid
no
on for
waifu
so
battle.
long.
No, we're not gonna. There's no waifu battle on Saturday Night Hypnosis. I figured people knew that by now. My mistake.
No cat ears
Ryan
either.
Roger. Nope. Ryan Roger Athe, take it away.
Bullshit. The hate, the bigotry, it gives me power. And it's always a pleasure to be on Saturday Night Hypnosis. I dare say that I am one of the biggest bigots on this channel, so much so that people in the comments say, guys, why do you have this psychopath on your stream who's a full-blown racist and
They
white
do.
nationalist?
He's
The
not.
nationalist part, I agree with, but everything else, no, wink, wink, nod, nod. I speak to blacks. But it's always a pleasure to be on this wonderful show, to engage with all these fine folks and fellow creators. You can check me out over at Ryan Roger Athe, host and founder of Reality Based. I will hopefully be on Will's show later today or tomorrow or whatever the fuck day it is in this shithole of a planet. And Goldie
In 10
will be
hours.
there at 10 hours, yeah. So I have to get some sleep.
From
With
now.
Goldie will be there. Dobby, the cancer patient who I sponsor, will be there. And who knows who else will be there as well. Plenty of videos. A reality-based show tomorrow as well with Roman of the Empire. And fingers crossed we can all keep on going and keep on growing. Hashtag worldwide ban on transgenderism. On to you, Gooch or Dragon Cunt.
Gooch.
Cardboard bastard.
Yo, what's up? Check out Diabolical Souls Presents. Where we do animation reviews. Plus, Sunday night we're doing Late Night with Gooch, which has been a lot of fun with a lot of people on the panel talking about weekly events. And this week we're going to be reviewing Invincible Season 1, and then Wednesday Perfect Blue, and then Thursday finishing off with Demon Slayer. So swing on by.
Nice. How you liking Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
It's been fun because one of the people on the panel, like Jay Goodwin, freaks out because of the tropes that they have when they freak out or have emotional breakdowns. The animation kind of changes, so it's kind of funny. I laugh at it, but I understand it, and he just hates it. So it's funny watching the old man.
Tanjiro is extremely overly animated in the anime. Like, he's not like that in the manga at all, which is why I couldn't stand the anime when I watched it, because they just make him into such a bitch. I don't know how to explain it. It's just they just do. It's a shame
Tanjiro
he's not like
in
that.
the manga stands on business like no fucking joke.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like that. So
you get glimpses of it in the anime, but it's not the same.
Mike, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, my good friend.
Man. Dude,
Tell everybody, obviously, who you are, where to find you, what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Go over to my YouTube channel, Epic Mike. I'm also on Kick. I am on Twitch as well. I might start streaming over there. I don't know. We'll fucking see. I hate Twitch. But yeah, man. Tomorrow I'm gonna be starting a Metal Gear Solid 3 stream. First time playing through. I'm playing through the whole series. Fucking awesome.
Nice.
Been having a great time. So yeah, I can't wait to get into Snake Eater. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that over there, and then keep your eye on Epicverse. Things are very slow and quiet right now. It's because sometimes when you're cooking stuff, you just gotta get low and just do your shit and get your ingredients going. I promise you guys, we got some really cool stuff coming down the pipe, but it's gonna take a little bit to get it all finished. We're being very ambitious about the launch for all this stuff, and I've been getting a lot of people going like, when the fuck are you guys doing all this shit? Just to let you guys know, we had to go back and reshoot a bunch of stuff that we decided we wanted a better quality on, because we want to give you guys a good fucking first impression. So just give us some time to cook. I promise it'll be worth it. So that's what I got going on, man.
Oh yeah, man. Can't wait to see it. We got Dragon Slayer. Take it away, man.
Yeah, no, a very good stream, Hypno. As always, glad to have been going strong for 2 years with you guys. I mean, it's been quite an amazing journey. And as for me, well, yeah, I'm still working on videos. Like, that's all really it is, honestly. I will be, though, on Moxie Dame's stream on Monday at 11 p.m. EST, which is 10 Central, 8 Pacific, and UK time, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. But, you know, that's how it is.
She hasn't invited me. I feel sad.
I don't know. Ever since I said I like redheads, all of a sudden redheads are telling me to join their shows. I don't fucking know. But hey, it's all good. But hey, I'm going to be working on that. But if you want to watch any of my previous videos, the link is in the link tree in the description of the About section of my channel. There you can find all my socials. I also will be posting newer episodes and, of course, older videos of what I've been releasing lately on my Spotify and Amazon Music, in case you guys feel like listening into my videos. I don't know. I guess some people find that entertaining, but I will also be releasing them there little by little. But yeah, that's it for me. And again, good stream.
Oh yeah, man. Will,
and fuck you,
take it
Steve.
away. Nice.
Yeah, no, it's been a great one tonight. I've been running a lot of our greatest hits from the show. We got Dodgy Accents, My Memes, Trans Leona, Dragon Slayer laughing like a hyena, Ryan being racist, sexist, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, anti-Semitic, and looking like Ron
Based.
Jeremy in rehab. And this is it. This is SNH, baby. I do regular videos on Gamergate, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, DC, the works. Streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, WTF Live, and Who TF Live on Sundays. For me, some people it's not. It's nice to have such a great audience in the chat. Everybody's having a great time. There's some overlap with the Grift Force from my channel here as well. So that's great. Hope to see you guys later. About 10 hours from now, we're streaming Who TF Live, the Doctor Who stream, where we will be ranking every episode of Series 4 of the original RTD David Tennant era and catching up with the news and things like that. So do come and check that out. Thank you, everybody. Congrats again, Hypno. It's great to be a part of this for the last couple years and change. And I'll be back next week. Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you. Last but not least, Leon, take it away.
Yes, I'm Leona Idol. My pronouns are
God.
Sky and Rax.
The fact he doesn't have to try that hard to feminize his voice is fucked up.
Enjoy pop culture for political hits. Find me at Words of Paradise.
Like the Big Lebowski.
Are you doing the Robin Hood joke?
I cover pop culture political lens, and I hate that fascist communist Kamala Harris. Fuck her. Hashtag
I
Ron
didn't
Paul.
hear anything he said. Like
Not a single thing.
fucking word.
Just tranny, scissors. That's all you gotta know.
Literally.
Oh,
that's
and
it.
subscribe. That's it.
I don't feel like
And subscribe.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Subscribe for Hondo.
All right, guys, listen. Shout out to all of you. The chat was insane tonight. It was on fire. Thank you guys for all your constant support. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, and super chatted. I greatly appreciate you guys. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what you guys do every single day. I appreciate you as well. Just an FYI, obviously, every day we stream 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday through Friday, with Hypnocast, and then every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Saturday Night Hypnosis. Come check out the streams. Come have fun like we always do every single stream. And on that note, we are out. I'm going to leave you with some words of inspiration from Uncle Joey like we always do. So
I
go
love
have
Uncle
a great...
Joey.
You're so gay. You're so
I'm done,
fucking
I'm
gay.
done.
I'm done too. I can't.
Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over. Listen, we had a rough couple of months. Fucking Katrina's cousin Maria. The other one, Puerto Rico, Houston, fucking Florida. Listen, it's been tough up to now. The earthquake in Mexico. The White House, whoever the fuck is going on. But it don't matter. They want to shoot. It's time for us to fucking shoot, cocksuckers. They want to get down and dirty. Don't forget who the fuck we are. You understand me? We're the baddest motherfuckers out there. You send a message to that fucking North Korean. He's gonna be sniffing my dick and sucking my asshole. That's the focus. We're going to North Korea in like a year. It's gonna be an island. It's gonna glow in the dark. You know why? Because we're Americans, cocksuckers. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with? Stop with the gun control. They're selling more guns than ever the last 3 days. Stop with the fucking whining. Stop with the Russians on Facebook. I don't give a fuck. Worry about yourself. Keep your eyes open and get the fuck off Snapchat and fucking Twitter, cocksucker. Stay black.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you get.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, don't put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.